para el centro y para adentro. Aquí estamos en vivo. Are we live? You are live. Bienvenidos. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our podcast today, September 25th, our 25th episode. Getting it started underway, and we have a pretty interesting show for you guys today. We had a special guest host that still hasn't made it. He's on his way. He'll be here in a little bit. And we'll get started with our introductions. I am DJ Francisco with Elegante Entertainment. We have on my left-hand side.
Hello, everybody. This is Julian, DJ Chuck. Welcome, everybody. And thank you for being here with us. And right in front of me, we have...
Hey, good evening, everyone. DJ G-Man in the house. Welcome to our podcast. You say 25 episode, 25th?
25th episode.
Right. Wow.
25 en el 25.
25 on the 25. Sounds like a plan. And to my left, I have my buddy, Mr. Pedro.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. To my left, I have DJ Mikey Mike. Welcome to the show, sir.
Our special guest today.
Special guest.
Thank you, Pistol
Yes.
Pete.
How many names do you have, Pete, today?
I don't know here.
Crunchy
Pete. Crunchy Pete.
We got another one? Okay. Thank you.
Oh, my God.
We couldn't handle it like that.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
We had to do it.
We had to do it. So we got CEO, DJ, karaoke DJ, video DJ, MC, bubble artist, and game Meister. Is that right? Is that just that's all you do?
That's all I do. It took 35 years
Awesome.
to earn that.
Nice. That's good. CEO of your company, DJ for disc jockey, KJ for karaoke. You do karaoke, you do video mixing, MC, you do MCing. You have them. What is bubble artist? Explain that a little bit.
A
before
bubble
we-
party, it's kind of a new concept that's been around for about 12, 15 years.
Uh-huh.
It originated on the East Coast, and then we just took it to another level.
Okay.
Awesome.
And Game Meister, that's something that a lot of DJs don't know too much about.
It actually started with the senior market.
Okay.
So, they kind of, not that they were getting bored with bingo. So we thought we'd just add some other elements like
Awesome.
music bingo.
Okay.
And kind of like name that tune, name that groove. So it made it very interactive and a whole lot of fun, especially for that age group that is,
They got something to do, get them some games and
stimulate that mind.
Awesome. And let me see, go back to my notes real quick. You have 7 companies that you
Yes, today.
run. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Sounds like a handful.
It is.
And so they are Bubble Parties Texas, Foam Parties Texas, Steppin Out Entertainment. Is that Opry?
Opry.
Opry. Vinyl Entertainment, Opry Karaoke, the Groove Lounge Network, and Kingdom Karaoke Entertainment. Wow. That is a handful.
It is. Every day is different. It's a different meal, so to
Sounds
speak.
Awesome. So always busy with different stuff. So just to kind of summarize what we're going to go through today, we're going to go vinyl record research, making midweek money, investing in yourself by attending national DJ conventions, and which is the right shoot fit for you, and working with top booking agents. Those are some of the things that you are experienced with, and you can help some of these DJs get out there and make some extra money. Or
Yeah, they're going to learn some really good tips on making midweek money so that you don't get stuck watching all those soap operas.
but we want to. I'm still in episode of season of
Exactly. Those
the Game of Thrones.
Netflix.
It's either all your children or all your money.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Interesting.
that's true. So, how did you get started in DJing?
All right, here's the Star Wars version.
Okay.
In a groove,
Oh.
far, far away.
Your firstborn child.
Yes, go on. Please continue.
Oh gosh, it started back in 1982
Okay.
during the urban cowboy craze, and I just graduated from high school, and so there was a hotel where I lived at in Channelview, the Holiday Inn. Inside that hotel, they had a bar called Brewski's Bar,
Okay.
or back then it was called the Prickly Pear Bar. And so they were looking for somebody part-time, and I had already been doing some mobile DJ work, but I was more of a roadie
Okay.
with a company called Dial-A-Disco. And so I had enough confidence and experience to apply for this part-time DJ position. Now, mind you, I didn't know a lick of country. So I walked in that club unbranded, unironed, so to speak. And so the guy happened to be a Hispanic bar manager. And he says, I'm going to give you a break. I'm going to give you a chance. I'm going to hire you for 2 nights, starting with your happy hour.
Okay.
And so he says, I got to warn you, though, you're going to have to bring your country game. He says, because you got oil workers, you got construction men, you got truckers, you got college kids. And he says, and this is 70% of a country bar.
Oh, wow. And you had zero experience.
Zero experience and only one urban cowboy album.
No pressure, right?
No pressure. No pressure.
Okay.
So back then, what, you just put it on the computer in 1982 and typed up?
Well, back then it was vinyl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I used their
There
vinyl,
was
thank goodness.
Oh,
yeah.
so they had the music.
Yeah,
You
they
just
had the
to
music. Alabama, Mickey Gilley, Randy Travis, all those guys.
Okay.
So I learned, thank goodness, I had a lot of kicker friends that,
Exactly.
lend me some of their stuff too
Okay.
as well.
Gave you a little bit of help
Yeah.
trying to play. Because one thing is to have the music, an album with so many songs, and the other thing is trying to find out which songs actually people want to hear.
Yeah, that helps, especially, using those red dots
Okay.
to mark those albums. But that's how I started.
So they were already marked for you, or?
No, they helped me mark it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you learned on the job.
I did. It was hands-on training. I mean, when you're working 5 or 6 nights a week, 7 hours,
That might help a little bit.
it's what I call accelerated training,
Yeah.
because you're catering to so many different people, so many different markets, so many different age groups. So what normally would take maybe 10 years to
Yeah.
learn your music took me about 2 years, because
Okay.
I did it so many nights.
Okay. Fast track learning.
I did. I went from Charlie Daniels to New York, New York.
That's a great transition.
Oh, man. A little bit of everything. It was at inside the hotel.
It was inside the hotel.
So you had the locals and you had the people traveling.
I did, and sometimes we would have some of the people that went to Gillies, and Gillies could only hold so many people. So when the fire marshal finally not shut everything down, but wouldn't let any more in, they would all come and spill over at
Okay.
the Prickly Pear.
Nice.
So I had some Gilly rats.
Cool. So that was your starting gig?
It was, as far as club work.
Okay. 1982, and then after that, did you get the bug? And
I stayed in the clubs for about 8 years.
oh, cool.
And then people at the club were like, hey, my daughter's having a graduation, yada, yada, yada. So I got lucky. What happened was, the guy that I started doing mobile DJ work for,
Uh-huh.
he had he was a multi-op operator, and his office got broken into while he was on vacation. So half of his equipment was stolen.
Yeah.
And so he was ready to get out of the business.
Okay.
And so he made me an offer I couldn't refuse. He says, hey, I've got this equipment left.
Yeah.
I've got, records, a whole album system. He says, I got this van.
Uh-huh.
He says, make monthly payments, and it's yours.
Whoa.
So it took me about 5 years to pay it off, but It was a good break,
Oh, wow.
and it helped get me out of the prickly pear
Yeah.
and start doing private parties.
Do private parties and
Nice.
start making some real money? Or
Yeah, so that's when I met Oscar Gonzalez.
around what year was this?
Oh, this was about 88, 89. And he had called me up and he says, hey, 94.5 oldies
Mm-hmm.
at that time, the manager is looking for a few Latin DJs. They got some Christmas parties coming up, and they need somebody that knows Spanish and English.
Oh,
I
nice.
said, well, Oscar, I'm a coconut. You know that.
Now we talk about Oscar Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
He's watching right now.
he
by
had
the way.
he just started a company called Mirage.
Yeah.
And Oscar had
Still
his
has it.
hands and feet into everything. And so he called me up and says, hey, get in touch with this guy named Bob Gaffner. It was like right around Christmas. Bob booked me, and I did a great job. And then Bob started sending me a ton of weddings, Spanish
nice.
weddings, Latin weddings.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
So I had a taste of freedom.
Do your own thing. So the big difference from clubs to starting doing private events, weddings and everything. Big difference in music.
Yes, absolutely. Because I had more of a focused audience when I did it mobily.
Yeah.
Whereas when I was at the Prickly Pear, I had, the truckers, the oil people, and a lot of the regulars. And
Yeah.
so my audience wasn't drunk anymore.
A little harder to get them dancing when they're not drunk.
Yeah, the more you drink, the better you're going to sound.
Awesome. Do we have any comments? Any
Well,
questions from
there's
our
people sending
Let's
some
see.
happy birthday to G-Man, and also, ladies and gentlemen, today is
Jesus.
Francisco's birthday as well.
That is correct.
So we got two
25,
birthdays in the
25.
house.
Mazel
yeah.
tov.
Thank you. Thought we were gonna get over all that and not.
Oh yeah. No, I'm gonna tell on you guys.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Juan Martinez watching.
So we
he
got
says
there.
nice.
There are the comments. Oscar Gonzalez watching. I think it's from the bottom.
All right.
Happy birthday, DJ G Man. No want the. Listen from the top to bottom.
No aguanta la risa.
Juan Martinez, nice. Hey, buddy. Y DJ Charlie Anthem, ¿dónde está el?
El DJ Charlie.
I don't know what happened. He's supposed to be here, but
He's still on his way.
I was hoping he'd get here so we can do the intro, but we'll just go ahead and roll the intro.
Let's roll it.
And
Roll on.
Where's my?
Roll on.
Light.
John said-
We got a new setup, so
John said, "Happy birthday to you, old and unprofessional guys."
Bastard.
John's not that far behind,
Yeah.
is he?
No, he's
I
not.
doubt.
All right, let's roll the intro.
Just turn it that way.
Okay.
Well, you guys got the intro without the.
Okay, we back?
All right, we're back.
We got the quiet intro.
We don't got the ghost.
I don't know what happened. Okay,
Sorry, guys. We just.
it was working earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
The
We
new-
tried it
new-
earlier.
We got a new setup, just so you
Okay.
know. New
Again.
setup. Ay. What else do we have over here? Let's go to the comments real quick, and then we'll get back to Mike. Where's everything? Everything's moved. No audio. Is there supposed to be audio?
On the
Oh,
crunchy
man.
side, yeah.
Hanging out with DJ Crunchy over here.
El caballo crunchy.
Crunchy horse.
So
better than the other horse.
need to read. I don't know why you call me old, but I need to read some comments. What?
What the frick?
De que yo no podía escuchar. Fix your phone. It's your phone. It's not us.
Your phone. Yeah, that's right. Can you
All
hear
right.
us now?
They should be able to hear us now. Everything's good. Happy birthday, big brother. Alfonso, shout out to my brother. Mi traición continues today. What the hell? He's over there. He wasn't even going to come. Ahí está.
Mira, ahí está.
Where is he at? Where are you at, Carlos?
Carlitos, we're waiting for you. I have a seat right on Chuck's piernas.
Laps.
Yeah, you have to sit on my
Chuck's
lap.
lap's getting cold.
You're missing over here. Oh, yeah. Where's Carlos? I don't like fake advertising. Hey, he told us he was going to be here. I took his word for it, so.
Exactly.
All right, back to the show.
Back to
Thank
the
you,
grind.
Reggaeton. Thank you. See, now that you mentioned it, everybody's going to say happy birthday, and now I have to respond to everybody.
Did you tell them where they can send their gift cards?
Oh, yeah, of course.
They got our numbers.
They got my PayPal. They got
Yeah,
everything.
PayPal. Cash
Also,
App.
it was also Jimen's. When was it?
Yesterday.
Friday?
Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday, on my way. Carlitos, all the doors are locked, and
Sorry, Carlos.
Sorry.
yeah, you know the show starts at 8.
Once the show starts, doors are locked.
Turn around. Keep
Turn
walking.
around.
Keep walking.
Yeah.
Guy Jean.
Gauging, what is that?
Guy Jean.
What is that?
Don't remember the movie Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift?
Maybe.
Yes? Nah?
I might
Fast
have been
and
drunk when I watched it.
Where the Chinese guy tells the white guy, say, hey, Guy Jean. That means outsider.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've heard that word. I know it sounded familiar.
Yeah.
So, Mikey Mike, what do you have going on nowadays? What is your biggest?
Yeah, what's your favorite kind of event to do?
Yeah.
Pool parties.
Pool parties?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fun, family, interactive,
Yeah.
fun, spontaneous, and hot.
Hot outside. Jeez, I can imagine.
Yeah, that's the part.
You have to be friends with the heat in order to successfully do pool parties
Oh.
with passion.
Yeah, that's true.
Listen to that, guys.
How can you be friends with the Houston Heat?
106 degrees
Exactly.
is not my friend.
Well, I've been a fisherman all my life.
Oh,
so
nice.
I'm
You're used to the outdoors.
Okay.
That might help.
When you
And-
go fishing then?
Plus, now they've got those coolers. Put ice in it. Blow cool fans.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
that-
Do you have one of
that
those?
helps Yes, sure do.
They work
did
pretty
you-
good?
Oh yes.
Did you buy it or
I'm
build it?
spoiled. I bought it.
How long do those? We were talking about those not too long ago.
3 hours.
3 hours.
3 hours with
Yeah.
the one bag, 2 bags. How many bags of ice?
2.
2 bags of ice. Last you 2 hours.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Not bad. Not bad.
What about
Huh.
some dry ice?
That helps a little bit.
Really? It doesn't help a lot.
No, it helps tremendous.
Like if you put a block of dry ice.
If you put
And-
it right behind you, let it just.
No.
blow over
Like
there.
instead of ice, the dry ice.
No,
Don't use dry ice.
no.
No.
Why not?
I don't know. They just didn't build it that way.
Ah. But you couldn't put dry ice in there?
Mm-mm.
Huh.
Then you're gonna have a cloud in your.
What is that
What-
smoke coming up from behind you?
Yeah, it's, dancing in your butt.
butt cloudy.
That's so funny.
Oh my
Oh
god.
gosh.
But is it actually cold or is it
Yeah, it's
just
cold.
like mildly cool?
No, it's
It is-
cold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So
We
it
have
might be
to
worth
try
it for next year.
So we had seen
I
that.
should have. I should have contacted them before I came on here.
Right? Got some money
I
out of
would have
this?
given them a plug.
Yeah. Well, we haven't said the name of the company, so
Well, I'll
I
send you.
think
a
there's
link.
only one company that's promoting it right now. Yeah, I don't know who it is. They're promoting it on TikTok and
Yeah.
you showed me too.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I bought all the parts to make it. I just haven't made it, but I don't plan on having any weddings outside anytime soon either. Yeah. So bubble parties, pool parties, those are the big things.
Yeah, bubble parties and the pool parties are the big thing for us right
Okay,
now.
and that's every day of the week.
Excuse me. I would say 2 days a week for the pool parties, maybe 3 to 4 days on the bubble parties. That's midweek money.
Jesus.
Listen.
So are there? I'm pretty sure there's a certain order of the, or you just throw bubbles for 3 hours.
Oh no!
Okay.
No! It's not like you can just turn on bubble machines. And, No, music is so important.
Okay.
Because you get anywhere from 2-year-olds
Yeah.
to 12-year-olds.
Okay.
And then, but lately, like the last 5 years, because we've thrown a little disco, retro music into the playlist,
Yeah.
you've got the parents involved. So
Okay.
we got bigger bubble wands or bubble sticks for the adults to play with. So it's a bubble party now from ages 2 all the way to 50, 60 years old.
Nice.
And so, but the playlists are very important. So we play everywhere from Radio Disney to Kids Bop to a lot of the movie soundtrack sing-alongs from Moana and Frozen. But we play it with a club groove remix.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So it keeps the vibe, keeps the energy up. None of
Okay.
these slow ballads,
Yeah.
sing-alongs.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it just kills the energy.
Interesting. And you found a place to get these songs that they're already out
Oh,
there.
yeah.
They're pretty.
Yeah, they're pretty Amazon Music, you know, Spotify. And we still got a lot of CDs from the early 2000s that, you know,
They have those.
download.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got to have your groove. They got to catch your groove. Otherwise.
Yeah, they gotta be different.
Yeah.
As opposed to the commercial radio airplay. Like I got 3 killer mixes of Let It Go from the soundtrack Frozen. I even got the Dave Odd mix,
And
which
here.
got a heavy bass line, you know. It's a good club mix.
Oh Lord. And here we go promoting the people that want the original soundtracks. I would have never thought like for a kids party, but I guess it makes sense because you got to keep your energy up and keep their energy going.
Absolutely. And once we start seeing more adults, then I'll throw in like an ABBA mega mix, which gives you all the ABBA songs in 5 minutes.
Like
okay.
the Stars on 45 mix.
Yeah, well, you know what? Stars on 45, really, it was a breaker. Because after Stars of 45, then everybody started doing mega mixes. So that was a groundbreaker,
So-
especially for the mega mixes that were coming up.
I-
Because after that, then you had Jive Bunny. You
Yeah.
had the
Yeah.
Jive Bunny mega mixes.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are good. I play those every once in a while.
Yeah, and the Vejitas love me when I play jokes.
That's a good one.
Hold on. Where is this?
Listen to that, guys.
baby.
Listen to that. Guys.
Yeah.
Viejitas.
No chupó la bruja.
We will say los chicharrones.
I'll give you a recent example. Like, we don't talk about Bruno. You remember that song from
Yeah.
El Cante?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got the club remix, and it's thumping, and it mixes perfect to Let It Go, because
But-
it's got the same 125 BPMs, and so it's just a smooth mix, and those kids are just jumping, hopping, singing along,
Yeah.
blowing their bubbles, doing the hula hoops, doing jump ropes. So it's a playland. It's not just about bubbles. So it's a lot of interactive games that go with
Did you
it.
come up with this order of events or something you saw? How does I mean, like if I think about doing a pool party and bringing bubbles, you got to make it interesting and
First, safe. You got to make it first safe.
safe. Okay.
Yeah. So
Safety
that-
first. Okay.
Yeah, I set it up in an area where it's away from the pool, and try to find a grassy area, or we bring sometimes rubber mats.
Okay.
So if they do fall, they fall comfortably.
But you're doing it. But if you're doing it on the grass, you still got to put mats.
No.
Okay. So this is like a covered patio and
Yes.
with cement. Okay. So and it's going to be slippery.
Yeah. Most of the time when we do a pool party, we won't bring bubbles unless there's a specific area to do it.
Yeah. So you
But
scope it out.
we'll bring all the other pool games and keep them so busy with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Alberto was asking what the name of that cooler was, but we don't advertise here other than virtual DJ. That's about the only thing we advertise.
Answer that.
Yeah.
Amen.
Franklin was asking, what's your secret to keeping your hair?
Let's think we can-
Yeah, that's
Well.
what Franklin's asking. Yes, how you keep that luscious hair.
Only Miss Clairol knows.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh, wrong one. I think the sounds are.
I use some kind of botanical shampoo that I just started using about 6 months ago too. Keeps your hair from falling out.
Nice.
I should have thought of that 10 years ago.
Okay. What other comments do we have? Let me see.
Oh, Chris wants to know how you stay looking so young.
I just turned 60.
Wow.
So all I can say is a lot of alkaline water, a lot of soups, a lot of salads, and movement. Just every day, as long as you do some kind of movement where you're actually releasing toxins. Like
Okay.
I belong to the YMCA, and I'm in that steam room for about maybe 20 minutes. And plus I do the foot detox where the junk comes up out of the bottom of your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that twice a week. So that's all I can say. I don't drink alcohol most of the time.
Okay.
Most of the time. That might help a lot.
I did drink a wine and a steak, but other than that, just multivitamins and just pick out
Stay
at least
active.
2 or 3 days where you can sweat.
Yeah.
So Franklin asked if you had his mix, Let It Go mix.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Just look it up.
Oh, wow.
It's by Dave Odd. He's remixing everything, a lot of the Disney stuff. He's putting some good stuff out there. He's got some good thump. Dave Odd, Aude.
Okay. But I think he meant his. I don't know if he has one. Let's see what else.
But does it have the ice cream song behind it or something?
I don't want to play it. I think it's too loud. Let me see. I turned it down.
You got the bass track.
That's a remix we found.
I'm surprised there's not a viral dance that goes to that song.
I know. I don't know how I found it. It's just lucky.
It reminds me of, you remember when that song Little Einstein
Uh-huh.
came
Yeah.
out? And it was like a short craze.
It was. And then they came
I
out with the
heard it.
song Chain Hang Low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We playing a Carlos remix, Elliot. All right. Had it on TikTok that.
And
Pop
also
remix.
Glee. If you listen to some of the Glee songs, a lot of them are remixed, but they're very well produced.
Yeah.
Especially some of the songs like from Grease, from the Grease soundtrack.
Yeah.
Even though they got different voices, they're still similar in
Similar.
sound, but they've got a great production, audio production, where everything's a lot thicker.
You
and
use those a
clearer.
lot still, the Glee?
Only for the bubble parties.
Okay. They help you out a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think we can use it for anything else. Maybe if, I don't know, if kid school events probably.
Yeah, I would.
Really?
I've done
like
it.
young kids? Or?
Yeah, I
Okay.
would say elementary.
But that's something that you feel comfortable with. That like you can throw, that if you see something going on, you're like, okay, they're gonna like this, and you just move on from there.
Yeah.
Because
I
like
do.
somebody like me, I don't have experience with that, so I probably wouldn't be able to make it work.
Well, if you're not sure, do it anyway.
If they
They
go
go real quick, right?
Yeah, and just have that switch song on standby. Yeah.
have number 2 ready. So as far as vinyl research, explain that.
Vinyl research.
You had, you told me you had, I think you put them over here.
I'll get them later.
Yeah, so we'll get to that later. Midweek money, we did that. Anything else for midweek money?
Oh gosh, there's just a ton of stuff. It seems like in this generation, we've got a lot of creativity out there. The challenge is packaging it, marketing it,
Yeah.
and explaining it to the client simply how this will work.
Yeah.
So you've got everything from bubble parties, you've got foam parties, you've got music bingo, you got bingo music, you've got name that tune. There's just a tremendous amount of midweek stuff that you can
Okay.
do. Trivia, a single right now, I think is really popular.
Yeah.
And it's great, especially if you get a group of DJs that want to hang out together
Mm-hmm.
and go to a bar that has Singo, and then it's practically name that tune. But the fun part is you have the opportunity to make money if you win.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So these are bar gigs, restaurant gigs,
Mhm.
house party,
mostly bars and
Okay.
restaurants.
and then so you have to pitch it. You have to have some sales creativity to pitch it to the bar manager or bar owner.
Yeah, and as long as you can get the licensing,
For the for like program or the music. Oh,
Yeah.
if the bar doesn't have the music license,
right.
Yeah, the RIAA.
Mhm.
Okay. So, but if they have that, then you're good to go.
Yeah, you are.
Most of them have. Most of them should have.
Yeah, they should have.
Most of them should have.
As long as they also keep up with their EMI song stuff updated, you know all about that too.
Yeah. Yep. So, if somebody, I guess, somebody wanted to start that, would that be something that you would take them under, depending on, I guess, if they're a good fit for you?
I would say first go and watch a couple of
Mhm.
look it up on Facebook. Singo, they've got a pretty wide network, and then go a couple times just to make sure
It fits your
Yeah.
style.
you're comfortable with it and you have the flexibility for it.
Because I imagine it's very interactive. A lot of mic
It is.
work.
It is not a lot of mic work as you might think, but it's a lot of time, especially to organize it.
Okay. Okay.
Because usually
What-
the bar promotes it.
So what is single? I'm not familiar with
Single is like it's like name that tune. They'll play a song,
Okay.
and you'll have a song sheet.
that. So it's like bingo with music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first person to, I've seen it.
Oh yeah, we used to do that over at Tailgate a long time ago. We used to do
When it first came out,
yeah, we used to do video bingo, which was with music videos.
Yeah.
And the title would be scrambled on the screen, and you just play part of the video,
okay.
and then they'd have to find it on their card. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Mhm.
And so you think that's getting pretty popular, or still been popular? Something that somebody can
it's slowly, now that COVID is
pick it back
behind
up.
us, it's slowly climbing and picking back up. I'm seeing more and more places of establishments, especially restaurants, chiming in on it.
Yeah, that would be something different than just going to a restaurant playing music, because I find that extremely boring for me. Because you play music, but something like that is a little bit more interactive. You got people involved. Would it be hard? Like, let's say you open up a new restaurant, to get them used to it. Like, they've never seen it. How long would that take? Like a week, 2 weeks,
To build up a fan base would probably take about 2 months.
2 months?
Yeah.
So the
And
first 2
I
months.
usually
you're
tell the
gonna-
managers that are interested,
Yeah.
here, go to this place
Yeah.
on Wednesday night, check it out, go see for
That's
yourself,
a good idea.
ask questions to the host,
Yeah.
about everything, setting it up, licensing, music sheets,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
And so they can also, you have to also tell them that it might take a couple months. First few weeks
Yes.
is going to be
Depending on the marketing budget too.
okay, because they got to put it out, get
Yeah.
people interested, and then once they build that recurring, it's pretty much like what you do with karaoke, right? I mean,
Yeah.
with any karaoke bar that you've been there for months, people know you, people go.
Yeah, well, karaoke has a such wider and longer fan base
Mhm.
because it came on the scene in the mid '80s, so people immediately know
For
what
some
that
reason,
is about.
For some people like to hear themselves sing.
Yeah.
Ay. Carlitos, you coming or? You're not interrupting.
For those of you that were asking for Carlos, he's already here, but he's just
Carlitos in the
don't
house.
want to interrupt.
Grab a chair and sit on the floor.
That's it.
That's gonna be his.
Or
that's
sit
his
on my
mic.
lap.
Good sir. Yeah, have a seat.
Brother.
What's going on, Mr. Carlos? That's his mic. That's gonna be his mic.
Glad you made it, Mr. Noah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all. I apologize. I had an emergency and I was putting out a fire, so if not, I would have been here a lot earlier. So when Francisco mentioned that, yeah, exactly. So, when Francisco
heard.
mentioned that you were coming on, I definitely said I wanted to come and meet you in person because we've like Facebook friends for like ever, right? But we haven't had the opportunity to meet each other, so it's definitely an honor for me to meet you. So, yeah.
Good.
All right. Yeah, we.
Well, you guys got to understand that you guys
Yo
are
le iba a
sitting,
decir otra cosa, pero
y'all
bueno.
are next to a legend. This gentleman.
Oh, we know.
This
That's
gentleman
what-
has been. Can y'all hear me? Okay.
Yeah, no, you're
This
good.
gentleman has been. He's danced with Selena.
Oh,
Not only
He's
that.
fought Chuck Norris, and he's been in Cobra Kai. Did I miss anything?
You did your
Cobra
research.
Kai, no.
No,
Never-
but
ne-
with the Crease. with
yeah,
Crease.
Martin Cove. I
Yeah,
worked
Martin
with
Cove.
him on Gambler 5 in Galveston.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
nice.
so I wanted to throw the Cobra Kai out there for.
he was on the show. You on the show?
Yes, I told him
Oh, nice.
backstage. We were filming over at the Opry, at the Galveston Opry House.
Uh-huh.
I went up to him and I said, "My name's Mike." I said, "Sweep the leg."
Oh shit. That deserves
Oh my God.
what do the comments say? ¿Qué dicen los comentarios?
No sé, chécale.
Oh, Franklin, esta, ¿qué dice allí?
Desmámalo.
You guys be respectful.
Lúbricalo este güey.
I don't know. They're just talking crap.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard that TikTok that Raspa remix. Oh yeah, I heard it too. These are old, huh?
Yeah.
I think they're pretty entertained. So they're not commenting. That's usually a good thing because they're into it. Who's got the volume? Oh,
Se chupó la bruja.
Happy birthday, Francisco. Happy birthday, J-Man.
thank you.
sir.
They're not commenting because I think Pete mixed their drinks.
Speaking of drinks,
Not yet.
Yeah. Yours is still pretty full there, Mike.
I think they all are pretty full.
Not empty yet.
we,
You
got,
got-
You feeling it yet?
we got a 5-hour podcast that we got to get through.
I was smart to eat.
Twice.
He want to
For
make
me.
sure that
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, exactly.
he wants to say the right thing though.
What's that?
That's right.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'm
He
afraid
wants to
I'm going
make-
to spill this.
Well, then you better drink it.
Yeah.
De un solo.
If I didn't eat first,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
you would hear me saying, "I fought Chuck Norris."
And I kicked his
And
ass.
I kicked his Texas.
Oh.
You guys are sitting next to a legend. I mean, he's
Hey.
and dance with Selena, right?
How's that?
I was her dancer for about 2 years.
Really?
When she was on the
Oh.
Manny record label, before she switched over to Capitol EMI, before she went big.
Big. Okay.
So
Before
every
her
time
first
she'd
hits.
come to Houston,
Yeah.
I'd be her backup.
Let me ask
Wow.
you this. Now you mentioned Houston. I grew up in Spring Branch, off of close to. We went to school. I think J-Man and I. We went to the same high school off of Hammerly and Gessner, and Selena would always be at a club right there on Hammerly and Gessner called New Sensation. Or did you ever perform with her at that club?
Mm-mm. It was usually at the Island Club.
Okay. Okay.
Or
I remember that place.
the VFW
No,
over there
man.
on Edgebrook and 45.
This must have been before she got real big, because I know that they advertised her quite a bit, because they're like a little billboard right there would say like Selena Lodinos, and it was like right there on Hammerly and Gessner, and I'm like,
Really?
but this was back in like maybe the midnight. She was murdered in '95, right?
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Around
So
that.
this must have been like a few years prior. Like this was, I don't know if she was as big as she was right before she passed, but I know that that on Hammerly and Gessner it was fun.
Was it later the Wild West?
No, that was Gessner
that-
and Long Point.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, Gessner and Long
Yeah, but this was off of Hammerly. Do you remember that, G-Man, or no?
Point. Not Hammerly and Gessner.
No.
No.
Okay. I could have sworn it was her.
But
It was-
maybe the one that he's saying sounds more legit.
Because it was a pretty big club, and it was, if I remember correctly, yeah, it was real. I don't think it's there anymore, but it was. Remember, the name of it was New Sensation.
New Sensation. On Hammerly and Gessner.
Yeah, it was in a shopping center.
I just remember one that was called Christine's nightclub.
Oh, I think that's where
That's where
Christine's
it
was.
was?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it might have been. It might have, when Selena was there. It might have been known as Christine's.
Correct.
But before Christine's, it used to be called New Sensation, and then it went to Christine's.
Okay, probably.
But I
that's
want to
it.
say Selena was there. I'm
Okay.
almost positive, and I don't know if there's a way
That's
to.
probably what it was.
but,
Yeah.
Franklin, can you double check that information to be accurate?
Franklin,
Is
really?
it approved by you and Alberto?
Yeah, Franklin's our fact checker.
Oh,
Right.
God.
Fact check.
Who? A fat what?
Oh my God. So what else? What were we talking about? The
Chuck Norris, Selena.
no. Doing the midweek money with
Name that tune.
Name that tune, and then you mentioned a couple other options.
Single.
Bubble parties, phone
Bubble- yeah.
parties, music bingo. The way I do Name That Tune, which is really popular with the seniors. I get them in two groups to compete one another against one another.
Team like.
So I have
So they have to fight it out?
I have a will. Yeah, with their canes.
Canes and wheelchairs. Oh my God.
Oxygen tank.
First one to lose a tooth loses.
Name that tooth.
Whose tooth is it? Whose tune is it anyway? Whose tooth is it?
No,
Name
no.
that tooth.
Keep
Yeah.
talking. Yeah, I was gonna say. Keep talking. There's some tooth to that.
Oh my God.
Last one.
And
Go on.
we're gonna call him Crunchy Pete from now on.
Continue.
DJ Crunchy in the house.
Pedro Picapiedras.
Pedro Mascapiedra.
El más capito. I need to stop, man.
Shut-
Once you turn on my brain like that, it's gonna.
Yeah, this guy won't stop laughing.
I just
See?
say Mascapiedra. Then he went to something else. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Mascapit.
There you go.
Mascapit.
See what you started, Pete?
La,
Me?
With your
started
crunchy.
La puerca se va al monte.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
So,
Carlos, aplácalos.
Yeah.
Aplácalos, por favor.
por favor, hijo.
Por eso estás aquí.
Carlos hasn't had enough to
Back
drink.
on topic.
Eh?
Let's get back on topic.
Back on topic.
Oh.
There we go.
Back in track.
There you go.
Ay. Making that midweek money. And then you mentioned about attending national DJ conventions. How would that help a DJ? What can we learn there?
For 20 straight years, I went to the Mobile Beat show
Okay.
in Las Vegas. I made it a point, whatever
Okay.
you had to sacrifice, be there.
Yeah.
Because what you learned in 3 or 4 days compensated all the networking that you sometimes had to do during the week or your spare time, hooking up with other local DJs and so forth. But on a national level, you know, there's nothing like that creative synergy that you get to sponge being with the bar mitzvah, the top bar mitzvah DJs on the East Coast, on the West Coast, Midwest, all just breaking bread and exchanging ideas. And the reason why it was so really cool is because you didn't have to worry about competing against somebody in your local market. So there was always
You can share a lot more
an
without
exchange,
the,
yeah.
without the fear of losing.
Yeah. You know, I
Business.
actually went 2 years in a row, way back in the day. I didn't like it.
Yeah. Well, see,
but hold on. Saying that, I will 100% agree with you with the talking to other DJs and just networking with other people, hanging out with them after the fact, talking to them, picking their brain, they pick your brain, you share ideas. I got more out of that.
exactly. That's the real
Yes.
seed. That's where
Yeah.
the real nut was.
Exactly. Because if you go to the show,
Mm.
it's just nothing but telemarketing.
Ah,
Oh, excuse me. I said
Oh, yeah.
telemarketing.
sales
They're-
pitches.
Sales
Yeah,
pitches.
yeah.
They're like, we're going to teach you guys how to get every bride out there, and we're going to teach you guys how to do this. We have a 6 CD set over here if you guys want to buy it. They don't tell you anything
Yeah.
unless you buy their DVDs
Yeah.
or their CDs or read their books or go to this session over here.
Yeah.
And then that section over there sells you stuff.
Yeah.
So you don't learn any. I didn't learn anything
At the actual convention.
at the actual convention. I learned a lot more
By networking.
talking to real DJs
Yeah.
and just
And partying and drinking.
Yeah,
it
and
up.
partying and drinking it up with them, and just hanging out.
There was
Party
a lot
animal.
of repetitive stuff.
Yeah.
But afterwards,
That's when you start actually. Yeah, I can see that. I never went to one because I didn't see the point. Like Pete was saying, I didn't really see. Especially like my market is more bilingual, and thus that was more of a white market. I want to say. I don't know. Most of them were marketing to that client or clientele. So I never saw the point, but I never would have thought that like the networking might be something that's fun to do.
Yeah, the networking was good. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the first year that I went. I enjoyed the floor where you
exhibit floor.
the exhibit floor. Lots of different vendors out there, different companies. Pioneer was there. You know, all the big major name brands were there. What was interesting was that I tried to go back a few years later because people kept telling me, well, it must have just been a fluke. You should come back, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, okay, I'll give it another shot. When I went back the second time, I was like, nope, I wasn't wrong. But I was like, well, whatever, I'll still go to the show floor. And then I realized how much, I guess, they felt the same way because it was maybe half the size of people in their marketing. Half the companies weren't there anymore. The major brands weren't there anymore. It was just local people trying to sell you stuff that you can just buy anywhere.
Yeah.
So
Their courses and
yeah,
stuff.
but you know, I guess the show doesn't exist anymore, right?
No, it's changed. It's changed hands. It's changed owners.
Oh, has it?
Yeah, they've
Okay.
rebranded
Oh, okay.
To what?
to another version of the mobile DJ conference.
Still in Vegas?
Yeah, it's still in Vegas.
Okay.
But they've kind of branched out now. Now they're in Chicago, now
Ah.
in the Midwest. So it's kind of branched out. And now they're merging with the photo booth world.
Expo? Yeah. Interesting. I guess attendance is down.
It's slowly come back,
Yeah.
coming right back up.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think the photo booth probably gets more clientele than the DJ.
Yes, you
conventions.
know, I went to the DJ Expo and photo booth 2 years ago, right when COVID was coming to a close and they were opening back up. The photo booth and the DJ Expo shared the same exhibit floor,
Okay.
and the photo booth had
Way more.
80% of
Okay.
the audience.
Who would have thought photo booths would make it this long? Because I started doing photo booths in 2008. Like way back when, like in Houston, there was only 3 companies.
Wow, what are you, Nostradamus?
No, I
Pretty
actually got lucky enough to have a wedding where they brought up photo booths from Dallas. And when they told me how much they paid for the photo booth, I was like, really? I can make this. And about 3 months, I had my own photo booth. But back then, there was only DJU had a photo booth, and then there was another company that had an actual old school photo booth that printed the prints, the old school prints. Not with the printer, but the I guess dyed black and white. The black and white. That was my competition. And nowadays, and I thought it was like this is an add-on, but nowadays it's like a full-blown business with people doing 5-10 photo booths a weekend. I was like, man, chose the wrong side of the business.
What do you think about the 360 coming on? Do you think it's gonna?
I mean, I think it's an option. I don't think it's gonna. I mean, there's always gonna be a market for it because there's always gonna be people that want it. But it's video, and a lot of people want to hold. Like a lot of the older people want to hold something. So I don't think it's going anywhere. It's not gonna be as popular as the actual photo booth, but it's gonna be popular.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's my. Remember, we're entertainers, not.
Oh yeah.
We're not DJs.
Don't
today.
take our word for
we
it.
are groovepreneurs.
There you go.
Groovepreneurs. There we go.
Got to keep it groovy.
You gotta keep it groovy.
Keep it groovy.
Keep the groove.
Hey, we didn't say the disclaimer tonight.
Carlos,
Oh, yeah,
Carlos
yeah.
is my groove brother.
Oh yeah.
He's groovy.
We are for sure. And I look at Francisco like at his memories. Francisco was probably way ahead of our time. Like
I've
maybe
always
10
been
years ago, like 10, 12 years ago, he posts like memories, and you have like the uplights. You have a lot of things that you see nowadays.
The
He
white
did it
setups.
like 10, 12 years ago. I'm like,
So you interesting story. When I met Pete because of another DJ, De Leon, right? Was it?
Yeah.
I think so. And so we get to talking, and I was like, "Oh, so I got this." I was like, "What? You got this?" I had the uplights, and he had the uplights. And then there was something else that we did. I don't know. No, you didn't do wireless, but we did DMX, where we ran the cable from light to light
Yep.
to light to
Nah.
light. Like, what, you do that? Because it was like a new thing to do back in that day. Everybody did the halogen lamps. There was one other thing that we kind of like, oh shit, you do that too? I'll think about it, but I can't remember. But it was like we were running parallel lives in the business. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess he's pretty cool. I guess I'll hang out with this guy. But the other thing that I did early on was the facade, or what some DJs do, or facade, whatever they call it.
Yeah, facade.
And I only did it because I wanted to cover up the front, and then after that it took off. But I didn't actually see it from somebody. I saw it. Well, I saw it and I bought it from Jaime Martinez. He's the one that sold. I traded 4 uplights for those long uplights for a facade. I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. I started using it, and then certain planners were like, oh wow. They started because it looked decent. I had the white speakers, the white speaker stand covers, and so it looked decent back in the day. So yeah, it was that was another thing that I kind of I didn't start it, but I kind of adopted it early.
Nice.
no, it looked pretty good. Like I when I see your post the memories and whatnot, I was like, oh, it's appropriate, elegante. So it's like, yeah,
That's the point that way.
yeah.
Que me dijo William. Somebody wanted to take my name because they thought they were more elegante than me.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
Very
Chucky
nice.
wanted to read the disclaimer, but I don't.
Ah.
I don't think we've said anything to
Not yet.
warrant the disclaimer yet.
Yeah, that's for the second part, second hour, right?
Second hour.
Second out.
I lost my show notes.
And so, Carlos, you're here por mi traición.
Yeah, that's. I think. Do we have a picture of the
No, I
logo
don't have
for
For
today's
for today's.
for hour number
JD,
2?
thank you, JD.
I don't think so.
I have
Alright.
a lot to talk about on that part. I'm not gonna take away your time, but for sure, definitely, it's been a rough week.
Okay, so we kind of covered this one. What does the word phrase interactive DJ mean in today's market?
When you step out behind your DJ booth and shake your butt.
There we go. Sheesh.
Actually, interactive.
Oíste?
That
Oíste?
word. That
Yeah.
word started being used more like in the mid '90s.
Okay.
For mobile DJs that were, I don't want to say, hyped up or hyper, but brought a different game to their DJ set or DJ show.
Yeah.
Interactive meaning more audience participation, and 90% of the time getting out there on the dance floor and leading some of the line dances.
Okay. Do you see that a lot today?
No,
Okay.
no, not really. It's kind of thinning out. So nowadays, most of the DJs just
Those-
hire dancers or
Yeah.
hire, or train a game team
Uh-huh.
to get out there and do it.
What you think that's a good thing to have, like just a couple of dancers that kind of lead the dances?
I do.
Yeah. It would make the
Keeps
Part-
you more focused. Keeps the DJ definitely more focused
On the music.
On the music. Keep that dance floor hopping.
oh my god, here we go.
Yes, go on. Sorry.
Yes.
Where's the
Someone is
guacamole?
addicted to.
You didn't bring the
Los chicharrones.
guacamole?
What the hell?
No, I'm good, man. I'm good. Go ahead. Sorry, go on.
Somebody put some jalapeno sauce in that.
You were saying?
Excuse me, as you were saying, sir.
Would you like some?
So
Be part of the crunchy team.
is that Pete's
I'm
being
training.
Pete's being interactive with the
That's
chips?
right.
I'm training the new crunchy team.
That's right.
You gotta get your crunch up, man. Oh shit!
Help yourself. Help yourself. Help yourself. There you go.
Here
Grab
you
some.
go. DJ
Oh.
snores. Oh shoot! You got some.
Oh my gatos.
No, I think the word interactive is basically for those mobile DJ entertainers that know how to get out there
Yeah.
and motivate the crowd, do line dances. Like one of the very first things I learned as a mobile DJ to be interactive was I used to love to have the loudest table contest.
Mm.
I used to play the song "Shout" from the Animal House
Yeah,
soundtrack.
that's the best one. Yeah.
And I just basically tell my audience, okay, the loudest table that sings along and shouts wins whatever prize,
Yeah.
whatever. And man, that would just
What
crank
kind
it
of
up.
parties are these?
Sometimes a lot of them were corporate
Oh wow.
events, like Christmas. Oh man, that's a good time to do the shouting
The
contest.
table chout.
hmm And you have your wireless, so you can go out there and just work up a good lather.
I hear crunching, and it's not in the mic, so I
Not
don't.
me. Wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Oh my god. We got. You see what you started, Pete?
Damn, Pete.
All right.
Oh my god. I'm gonna throw that freaking bag
Are
out
they a
there.
sponsor for the show at least?
Misión.
I
Misión
see
Chicharrones.
him every week now, so it's like
So you as a DJ would get out there and dance with people, get them out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was a trained dancer. I was a street dancer, jazz dancer, and a ballroom dancer
Damn.
for about 10 years.
Can we see your jazz hands?
How about street dance?
What was that other one?
See some
The
jazz hands.
fingers?
Yeah, jazz fingers.
Not until I see some dollar bills.
Oh,
shit.
Carlos.
you accept Zelle, Venmo.
Carlos.
Nowadays, all electronically now. It's like it's very rare that you have dollar bills now.
No, chupó la bruja.
Oh my god.
All right, I need everybody's Zelle right now.
just go by tapping phone.
I'm just saying, Carlos was hoping you were wearing a G-string for those dollar bills.
Like I said, I don't. It's been a while since I've had like actual dollar bills in my wallet. I don't like.
He
any
does
type of
$100 and up.
currency.
Oh yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
I do have a few pesos, a Colombian pesos.
Colombia pesos.
They're not much right now.
He's
but
not gonna
it's
make it rain. He's gonna make it hail.
I'm sorry. I saw the stock market this morning. I'm
Oh.
only accepting yen.
Yeah, there you go.
Shit. Damn it. Put a Bitcoin in there.
I had a Shiba a few years ago. That didn't
Really?
do well.
No, didn't work
I
out.
jumped on the Shiba wagon and I thought I was gonna be a millionaire. But
Shiba or what's the other one? The Elon Musk one?
Dogecoin. Or
Doge, yeah.
There's a few out there.
What did the chat say?
What about those big ass pesos back in the days?
I don't.
Did you ever see
I'm
them?
not familiar with those, sir. No.
The pesos?
No, sir.
Saludos, Marco.
Just kidding.
Salvadorians.
Yeah.
Salvadorian coins
Yeah,
used
yeah.
to be about this big.
It's right
Yeah.
over there,
Yep.
where the exit sign is.
Whoa.
Here, sorry about that.
You okay?
Hey man.
Okay.
Calm down. Don't drink so
It's all
fast.
these cables.
Right down there.
You need some more
Comentarios. Carlos Marcos is in the house. Michael.
Michael Majes, class of 2020.
Majes, class of 2020.
water? In the
Aguas
house.
que el Carlos Ramírez está al lado de y se va a poner what? Caliente el That was Alberto.
Pinche Alberto.
Oh my God, my God. So Carlos, ¿puedes contar tu verdad de una vez?
Well,
Tu traición.
yeah, it's
Go ahead.
it's been a crazy week for sure.
How crazy has it been? Go ahead.
So after
A little closer.
Monday's podcast, we,
Closer. There you
after
go.
Monday's podcast, we went and
You had an
I
interview.
didn't tell y'all about this, but last Sunday I was scheduled to be in a wedding expo in Magnolia,
Yeah.
and unfortunately,
Oh yeah.
it did not happen. So
Wow.
it turned out that the people that were organizing the event were scammers, and they've been doing this in different cities and states throughout the U.S. And they did it here in Magnolia, and they fooled the venue that they were going to hold it at, and so everybody pretty much lost. It was the wedding venue that was hosting the event, and the vendors that signed up for it. So I didn't talk about it on Monday of last week because we just had so much on the agenda then. That
Yeah.
just didn't
We
come
didn't get
up.
through
And
everything.
then after the fact is when I was thinking, oh, okay. But so, long story short, vendor called Channel 2.
Yeah.
And she was a wedding planner. I'm not going to name her because I don't have permission, but I'm
Oh,
sure if
nice.
you look it up on KPRC, you'll see it. But
Yeah, I
she
think I
reached
saw
out.
the story.
She reached out to KPRC and filed a Channel 2 investigates. So they did a story on it, whatnot. And then apparently a couple more vendors came out, right?
Yeah.
A couple more vendors came out of what saying that it happened to them as well. So Channel 2 called me and they wanted to talk to me. And so I was on the news on Friday and we're talking about that. So a lot of us lost money on that. We're still trying to get that money back. We'll see where it goes.
Have they responded?
No, they're not responding whatsoever.
Yeah, just want to try to keep the money.
There's no response. They've been attempting to call via emails, phone,
Dang.
and
What
nothing.
what
so
range of money was lost?
the packages would start anywhere between 300 and up. So I think the smallest package was 300. And I think the biggest package was like either 900 or 1200 or so.
Holy
Which is,
some
yeah.
good money
So,
then.
yeah, they collected, I'm sure, and I don't know how many vendors had signed up for it, but
Yeah,
it's pretty crazy.
Anywhere
So
from
we did
5
that
to
on,
10 grand.
easy.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was on Friday, and then Saturday I had my first ever silent disco. Have y'all ever had a silent disco?
I saw the videos.
Or-
No, I've never had one.
No,
You told us.
or silent party.
Oh yeah,
It's
no.
pretty cool.
Have you had
Everybody
one?
has a headphone on, and they're just doing their own thing.
Yeah.
It's like you're looking at it. There's like 3 different sources of channel for music. So
Well,
you have like a green channel, you have a blue channel, and red.
oh, that's
and
what
you
that
have
was. Yeah, I saw the
people
colors.
like on the green station, and the popular one I had it broken down by 2 of them were more on the party side, and then the third one was more on the vibe chill. So you had a couple people on the blue channel that was for the vibe. They were more you could tell those were more just they just wanted to chill, listen to some music and whatnot, and they were just sitting and drinking and talk. And then you had the ones that were just on the dance floor, and they were either on channel red or green, so you knew that those were like the popular ones. So it was pretty cool. It was a good experience. So that was fun.
How did you manage that?
Yeah.
3 different DJs?
Yeah. So no, it
Jeez.
wasn't 3 different DJs. It
No,
was,
but you're acting like 3 different. You're running 3 playlists.
Exactly.
At the same
And then
time.
so like if people would come up to me and they would ask for a specific song, I would let them know, okay, we're gonna do it on channel green or on the green because the other
Yeah.
blue in there. So
they can
I would
just
I would
switch
do
it.
requests. I would do requests on like the green, for example. So I would announce it. I'll make announcements so everybody could hear that any special request would be on the green channel and. But yeah, it was fun. It was challenging because I had on one
Jeez,
computer
I
I was
imagine.
doing the Serato. On the second computer I had, or the second channel I had like my phone with Spotify, just like with a playlist that
What
I
the
had
heck?
created,
Yeah.
and then we were doing it like that on 3 sources. So it's pretty cool.
It's a
very
lot
fun.
of work.
It sounds
was
like a lot of work. Good
but
lord.
but it was cool. It was cool. I just like I said, seeing everybody on different channels in the dance floor with the headphones on, you could see what everybody was listening to. Kind of.
Did you get this? Switch it up. Switch it up.
No, actually no.
Like what channel? Turn around.
No, yeah.
You,
No, I
swi-
mean, you could tell.
They
You
can
could
switch
tell.
it up, right? Themselves.
Yeah. So if they were on the headphone, they would toggle between the green, blue, and red, and then they would just listen to whatever they felt like listening to.
Wow.
But yeah, it was pretty cool.
3 channels. Huh?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That's cool.
Never done. You've done that, Mike? Never done a silent disco?
Very cool.
But now I know who to refer.
Yeah.
It was a cool experience.
Carlos is the maestro.
Yeah. So and then and then check this out. So you can't make this up, but I ordered my son misplaced my AirPods somewhere in the
Oh.
house. I have no idea where they're at, and unfortunately they're like you can't. When they run out
They
of
were
battery,
dead?
yeah, they're
Oh,
dead. So
Lord.
I don't know where they're at. So I ended up ordering from Best Buy to get them shipped. I ordered a new pair basically, and it was supposed to ship the next day. So I ordered them on Thursday so I could get them on Friday, and I received the box on Saturday from FedEx, and I kid you not, the box was empty.
Dang.
So I picked it up and I was like, man, the AirPods are light, but you don't,
They're not that light.
but you shake the box or whatever. So I opened the box and sure enough, it was gone. So I called Best Buy. I was like,
Holy crap.
man, I got scammed from a wedding expo earlier this week, and then somebody. So
Damn.
I don't know if it was Best Buy or FedEx, but somebody.
They have
took
it in
off
for you,
with,
man.
with the AirPods. Yeah, I know, right? So, but yeah, that was my crazy story of the week, and so I
The
ended up
scam
calling
week.
Best Buy. I ended up calling Best Buy and letting them know what happened. So I should be getting some new AirPods on Wednesday again. But and then I guess whenever the other ones turn up in the house somewhere, it's hard to tell because they're dead. It's
If
like,
they're dead, they're not.
Yeah, they
I don't
don't
know where
show.
my son is. Like, I honestly, Dad, I don't know where I put him, and I'm like, it's okay.
What's
So
it?
they should call them silent AirPods.
Now they're silent AirPods.
Silent disco, silent.
Yeah, silent disco.
And gone
But, yeah.
AirPods.
All right, Mikey
Yesterday I
Mike,
had,
are
yesterday I had an
you?
open house as well.
Next question: are you a push and play DJ or are you a vinyl digital mix? Well, I guess those are two different questions. Are you a push and play DJ? Let's do that.
Dude, jukebox.
I know where they're going.
No,
with
no
that.
offense to Carlos. No, no, it's not about you, Carlos.
Okay.
Vinyl.
Vinyl.
Mhm.
Okay.
Nice.
You're what? 80%, 100% vinyl on your at your events.
I'd have to say 60%.
60% of
I'm
your events
doing-
are all vinyl.
Yeah, I'm doing more and more vinyl shows,
Okay.
especially the Opry vinyl shows, which is totally country.
Okay.
That 50s, 60s, and 70s country, there's a tremendous audience out there, especially for the seniors and the old fogies that
Yeah.
want to hear that traditional old
Dang.
country sound. And I have all of it on vinyl.
Really?
Yeah.
And you get a lot of these events? About what?
More and more.
Once a
I would,
month?
I would say
twice?
last year I probably did about 10.
Okay.
This year I think I booked my 26th.
Dang.
All right.
Wow.
Oh, that's
So-
good.
I got a good fan base in the senior market.
That's good.
Hey, you're killing it.
Yeah, exactly.
They're still looking for love.
In all the right places. Oh my god. But you're a mix. You actually mix.
I do. I
Okay.
do beat mix.
Yeah. That's interesting. Just about any genre.
I would say more club.
Okay.
And even when I do my bubble shows,
Yeah.
if I get a good corporate size of an audience, I will beat mix those kids bop songs or remix like the Frozen and El Canto
Yeah.
songs remix.
And this is in a computer.
Yeah,
On computer.
yeah.
What controller? are you
Virtual DJ.
using? Oh no.
What?
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Because you know what?
No. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You don't need Serato for no bubble party.
Thank you.
No, but are you using a controller or just the computer?
Just a computer.
Tell me more.
Okay, whose mic are you
I
gonna
am
mute?
not gonna get bubble juice all over my
Oh, shit.
That's what she said.
Pimp juice.
Pink juice. Oh my god. What's in those things?
I don't know. It was the guacamole. He brought those.
Dang. You gotta bring some more of those.
What brand is it? Mission?
Mission.
Mission, yeah. Bring some more. Bring the spicy ones next time.
Yeah. Right.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no thanks. No thanks.
I did
I'm
start out using PC DJ.
I think
So-
I never did. Did you?
Yeah,
Did
I
you?
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PC DJ.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. We had fun with that one.
It de-virginized me.
Yeah.
With the computer. It got you started with computers.
Late 80s.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I used that too, and it was just horrible. Because if something happened to your registry, it would lock you out,
Dang.
and then you'd have to call PC DJ and have them unlock it.
Yeah.
So if you that happened to me right before a show one time.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, I was at home and I was like, well, here, let me real quickly add a couple of songs to my music list, and I was locked out, and it was on the weekend, of course, so they're closed.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. So luckily for me, I had a backup computer.
So you were out of luck if you didn't have Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So, Mike, I want to ask you a question. I know earlier on your Facebook, or maybe Memories, you posted a picture of you, and this was back maybe probably in the early 90s, with you and another man that I think, were y'all in a company together? Did y'all DJ together, or what did y'all do? Like, y'all would wear like the same tuxedo, like were y'all DJ? Like, y'all had a DJ company back then, or what was it?
His name was Robert Herrera. I hope you're watching, Robert. Robert was, he and I, when we first hit the bar mitzvah market, everybody thought that we were brothers.
Y'all look like twins.
Yeah, we,
Oh wow.
and Actually, I did a elementary school dance in the Jewish community area, and they wanted a dancer, but they had like 400 or 500 kids, and I said, "Nah, it's just too much, too many out there." So I had called Showbiz Entertainment. I said, "I'm looking for a dancer to front my show." So they called Robert. He came on out, and we just clicked, man. We had a synergy that just really gelled together in our dance styles and our interactive styles. And so I asked them to be a part of the team, and Robert was my dancer frontman for about 7-8 years.
Okay.
Then he got the Hollywood bug.
Good deal.
He went to Hollywood, or he just took
No,
off?
there was a film being shot here, and they needed salsa dancers, and that was his strength. So I said, "Hey, Robert, they're holding auditions. You should go. You know,
Yeah.
you got the chops." He did. He got hired. So he got the Hollywood bug after that, and then he ended up moving to California. But it was really cool. Really excited for him.
Okay.
Nice.
I want to ask one more question. How would you, because back then you had vinyls and whatnot, we didn't have internet, we didn't have computers where you could go and easily look for a track. Whenever you were doing a wedding or were doing a whatever event it was, and let's say somebody came and they asked you for a particular song, back then, how would you look for it, or how would you know if you had it, or what would you tell the customer?
I would say, your music library, it's kind of like your groove pantry. Whenever you fill your pantry with foods,
Yeah.
what you bought, and you keep it for however long. So when I was doing a lot of the weddings in the early '90s, most of it was on CD.
Okay.
Yeah, so I knew where my stuff was.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
You didn't
could
get
find
like
it like
any,
this.
Great.
but any odd requests like that, anything that stood out that you may not have had at the moment?
Oh, yeah. Somebody off the wall requested Chuck Mangione. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think he
Yeah.
had a one-hit wonder. And I think that was the only one that threw me off.
Okay.
I didn't have.
Hmm.
Well, and it was the bride. She wanted to walk into that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was a
She,
hard
ch-
one
she,
to say
she
no to.
changed it at the last minute.
Oh.
Yeah.
So would you say no? Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Sorry.
Just stick to
Not
your
sorry.
song that you suggested. Color My World by Chicago. Stick with
I've done
that.
one, okay.
All right, Mike. One of the questions: are you part of a DJ group or a DJ gang, and what's the difference?
Okay, I'm glad you asked that. Anytime you're a multi-op operator, and
Yeah.
in my case, when you're managing, stewarding 6-7 different companies, time is of the essence. Time management. And so when you see a lot of the up-and-coming guys that are getting into the DJ market,
Mhm.
and that are looking for a certain kind of leadership. I notice that some of them go with people that are getting the most bookings, going with the DJ company that are knocking it out left and right. And if you get into a certain kind of mentality, and this is when I say there are DJ groups and there are DJ gangs. To me, a group is someone that's going to encourage you, that's going to motivate you, that's going to feed you their honest response, feedback, whatever it is, to raise your game.
Yeah.
A DJ gang is a leader of a DJ network group that is just controlling.
They can have a-
they're looking for spies. They get people that will spy for them,
Yeah.
or and especially if that person is getting them 2 or 3 gigs a week, maybe lowball gigs, whatever.
Yeah.
But
Sounds
as long
about right.
as he's greasing their palms, they're going to stay loyal to that person when they could be making more,
Yeah.
when they can be growing, when they can be stepping in faith into who their brand is supposed to be,
Yeah.
not someone else's clone. And so, to me, a gang leader is just somebody that controls other people's talents and
Oh.
skills.
So a couple things there. First, you said a group would be somebody that kind of takes criticism or you're helping people grow by giving them the right feedback they need.
Yeah, if they ask for it.
What if they don't and they need it?
Well, then that's when you better develop a friendship with them.
By the way, you suck. Something like that. No.
Sometimes.
No. I'm being
You
extreme.
got to throw the word friend after
Please,
that.
Yeah.
my friend.
Yeah.
My friend. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
pal.
because there's always a constructive way of doing that.
There's always a constraint.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see that too much with
It's gotten a
DJ
little
friends.
better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's people are too soft nowadays. I think it has to be part of it. Like,
During COVID, I saw it bad a lot.
really,
Yeah, it's
the
it's
gang
gotten
or
so much
the
better.
group? The gang.
The gang.
The gang.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like even if you try to have a good group of DJs, good group of DJ friends, which I consider I have here with my DJ friends, because what you're mentioning as a gang, I've seen where other DJs kind of they find out where you work so they can take your spot if you're working a regular gig. They're trying to find out what you charge so they can undercut you. And a lot of those things have been around since the 90s that I know of for sure. I don't think that's going to change per se, but what can we do to fix that or help that out?
I think that you just got to stay transparent.
Yeah.
Transparent and be respectful.
Yeah, because I think like if like we all have experience here. If a bride, because I do a lot of weddings, books me is because of what she knows I can do, and if she doesn't book me is because she wanted to save $100, and so she'll go to the next one. So to me, it doesn't really bother me that people, because I know you get a call like, "Hey, what speakers do you use?" That's not a bride. What brand do you have? Oh, and by the way, what's your price? And then you start asking questions. Okay, when's your date? Oh, well, I just want to know your price. Well, I got to know the venue. I got to know how many hours. No, man, just tell me your price. So, for a fact, 90% sure that's a DJ trying to call you, and I get those calls once or twice a year. And I mean, I don't mind. I'll tell them my price. Look, the price is going to depend on the venue, the hours, the location, the distance, and what I got to bring. So you're looking anywhere from so and to so and so. But they shop around. I mean, some of them do shop around just to kind of get an idea of the market, but others shop around just to kind of bring your price and bid lower. But I think that's been around. I don't think we can get rid of that though, or help that.
Well, the point is not getting rid of it; it's managing it.
Yeah. Well, I guess because you mean some people might get offended and pissed off, or what would be the management part there?
No matter what level of success you're on, you're going to have your haters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
Disclaimer, please.
Oh yeah. By the way, this program is just for
yes.
entertainment purposes
Purposes
only.
only.
Oh, we still haven't said anything offensive, have we?
No.
No, this is
no,
just
but
general
still.
speak.
Yeah.
I mean, should we?
Not yet.
Okay, we'll wait.
All right.
That's the third hour. That's when
Yeah.
Carlos is gonna
Say
talk
his-
about his previous experiences
traición.
with La Traición.
Tell us about your week, Carlos.
Yeah.
No, I already kind of recapped it a little bit. It was just it's been a week full of scams apparently, and
Yeah.
I see some in the comment section saying that they're going to start a GoFundMe account for myself. I appreciate that, but I don't need it. Thank you. And then you have class of 2019 and class of 2020 online.
Yeah.
So
I got
shout out to all of them.
who's this?
Oh,
Franklin
shit.
sent me a picture.
Oh shit. Are we gonna look at it?
Oh my god. Oh, no. Is it showing on the screen? Hold on.
I don't know.
Quédate, me lo quiero llevar al baño, says. Where is it? Right there.
You guys, it's,
That was Franklin.
it's
So it's an inside joke with
he,
these guys.
you know, he ruined my ceremony back in December. So I haven't been able to
Still can't get
that.
it over.
I've got a therapy about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. And I think you sent me the video recently, no?
I said, have you ever? Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
When he
So
ruined my ceremony.
I think I have it here somewhere. Oh, there it is.
There it is. Like, so check this out. Hopefully you can hear
Franklin.
it. This was a wedding in Katy in a backyard in December.
I'll have to switch this over here. Let's start it over. Where is it? Sorry. New system. So the officiant's doing the ceremony, and Franklin's in the background selling his paletas.
In the middle of the ceremony. And I was like, this. Inside of it, I was like, Franklin, you picked the wrong time to do, try to sell in the neighborhood, because it was like literally in the neighborhood, and it was a backyard wedding.
Reasons why not to have your ceremony
On a backyard.
in your backyard.
What are the odds, right? That
Franklin was
he's like right out
Especially
there
throughout summer.
I think he was.
at the worst moment.
I think he was following you around. Actually,
Yeah, I think he was probably stalking you.
I'm sure he was.
Yeah,
I know he did it on purpose, but it's not professional.
Yeah.
Can you say walkie-talkies?
The officiant almost wanted to stop the ceremony to
You
go
should
buy
have.
some.
Well, he
Like
wanted,
some raspas.
did he want an ice cream?
Oh my
But
god.
yeah.
All right, let's next question. Why jealous DJs always fight or get booked last? That's a statement. Do you think that's a case nowadays? All the jealous DJs usually get skipped over. You think people can see through that and kind of see that they're a little selfish, a little?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, character always wins.
I agree. What do you think, Carlos?
Well, to expand a little further on that, I think we all are professionals, and we all know our craft, and I don't think like room for jealousy, or I honestly I just can't wrap my head around that, because I don't know why there's so much in this city, just alone in Houston. Think about how many parties that they need DJs for. So there's plenty around to go for everybody. So whether your expertise is on a quinceañera or a wedding, for example, I'm not gonna go for the quinceañera. So you could have all the quinceas that y'all want, Franklin, and I'll stick to my white weddings. But no, but everybody, seriously, everybody has their own thing, and the city is what? Well, Texas alone is the second biggest state in the United States. So there's plenty of events to go around for everyone. So there's no reason why there should be jealousy or trying to underbid someone else, But I mean, I get it. I know that it happens, but I just don't see why. If you know that you're good at what you do, you shouldn't have to go and backstab somebody else to get it.
Well, I
But
think part of the biggest problem with the DJ industry is training. There is pretty much zero if you don't go to the conventions. It's who you hang around with. That's where you learn your professionalism, pretty
And
much.
learn as you go.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
learn as you go, but who you hang around with is who you're going to learn from.
That's true.
There's no classes. I mean, you can look it up on Google, but you're going
There's
to
fake
get
academies out there apparently, but
but you got to pay for them, and a lot of the DJs don't want to pay for crap.
yeah.
They don't want to pay for their education. They want the free stuff,
Yep.
and you get all that free stuff from Google. You might learn a little bit about mixing songs, but you won't learn about professionalism, and you don't learn about
The business side.
the business side. You don't learn about getting jealous because somebody won the gig or won the party over you.
Yeah.
The professionalism, I believe, that's self-taught. I don't think that you could go to school to be a professional. You're either a professional or you're not. And I say that because that just has to be I believe, an instinct in you. Like somebody, that's something that's an initiative that you want to like if you want to be a professional or not, or just be a complete,
So just
scumbag,
a hobby,
but-
yeah.
Complete
But,
clown.
Well, the thing I always link it back to, if you want to sell a house, there's a class where you can't sell a house if you don't have a real estate
True,
license.
true.
And there's a set. You have to go to school. You have to learn about the ground. You have to learn about the laws. You have to learn about this. You can't tell a person that's going to buy a house that this is going to be a good house because now you're legally liable for that. So there's classes for real estate. So if you want to be a professional real estate sales agent, you have to take those classes. And there's nothing like that, not even remotely close to something like that for DJs or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
I think it should be common sense. A lot of this stuff, like
yeah.
Well,
So, I mean, you
but,
have guys like Franklin, right? I mean, yeah, this kid has tried every avenue, and he has not been successful. I mean, he was ripped off. I'm joking for Franklin, but
Are you though?
he
Are
started.
you though?
He started with the academy that he got
Bootleg
that degree,
Academy.
and he got ripped off there.
he got ripped off at the first
so-
academy that he went to.
And Mike nods his head because he's like, yeah, no, I'm kidding, Mike. but now he's he's
We're
selling
comedians,
snow cones
remember.
out there, so
Yeah.
now you could do the disclaimer.
We're comedians, and this is entertainment purposes only.
Thank you, Chucky.
¿En español?
Si es algo ¿cómo era?
Somos
It's a-
Es
That's
payasos.
un
only
parecido con la
crime.
realidad, es pura coincidencia.
Sorry, Franklin.
Ay, Dios mío.
Ay, God.
Oh my God!
He knows I'm kidding.
No, but it's funny to go back to either you're professional or you're not. It's sometimes is hard to teach people how to be professional. A long time ago, and I mean a long time ago, I had a couple of DJs that had seen me DJing somewhere, and they were like, "Hey, we're a couple of DJs also, and if you ever have any extra gigs, you mind if we come work for you and this and that?" And I'm like, well, honestly, I've never heard of you guys before. I don't know how you guys DJ. I don't know what equipment you have. I don't know anything about you guys, so I'd have to come and see you guys first. Let me know when you guys have an event. I'll come and check it out, see what you guys do, this and that. And they're like, "Oh yeah, we have an event that's coming up Friday." And I'm like, "Okay, let me know where it's at, and I'll show up. After my gig." I show up. They're wearing blue jeans and T-shirts at a wedding. And I'm not talking about like a nice T-shirt that's, no, I'm talking about like stuff you might wear if you are loading in or out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not just that, they had these speakers stacked up on top of each other, and they didn't even have speaker cables. They had, they were
car-
using
a
they were
power
using-
cable.
No, they thought they were cool because they were using Cat 5 cables. So the cables were all just, they didn't even lay down. You know what I mean? You know how Cat 5
Yeah.
cable can get.
Yes.
And it's all just jacked up, just a big
No way.
mess. With a table with no skirting, no nothing, all
Oh
the
my
wires just hanging there, extension cords everywhere. And I walked up and I was like, dude, this looks like a mess. And they're like, well, what are you talking
What do you
about?
mean?
Yeah, what are you talking about? I'm like, your wires, I mean, look at them. Jesus Christ, you could have at least put a cover over the
I
table
know.
to cover all that.
I know. Good. Come back to that.
Oh, no.
Well, nobody's ever said anything to me about that.
Well, they said something similar to that, but I said, hey, man, this is a wedding. Everybody in here is wearing a nice dress, and
Yeah.
they're wearing suits. Why aren't you at least wearing a tie? And they go, I'm not going to wear a tie for nobody. I'm the DJ.
Oh,
I swear to God. I
shots
say,
fired.
well.
Okay, now we do need the screamer.
No, I literally had to tell them, I said, well, you know what, guys? If that's your mentality,
Yeah.
there's no way you can come
You
work for me.
can't teach professionalism.
No way.
They're too far
can't.
off.
There's-
Yeah.
They're like 10 steps down the ladder.
Yeah, but that's the kind of
Yeah.
mentality that some DJs have out there, that they're just not going to get dressed up because nobody's going to tell them what to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. A lot of DJs, their career path is this: they like music, they get a mixer, they watch videos of DJ Tiesto and DJ, and then okay, now we got to make some money, so let's go ahead and do some parties. But I play the music that I want because I'm the DJ.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the funny thing is that I still know these DJs, those two DJs. They split ways because they had a falling out in between each other. You imagine that, right?
No!
They had a falling out. One did finally listen and started wearing at least a button-up shirt. Every once in a while, he'll wear a tie, but he's still not very professional. And we're gonna have a guest speaker in here who knows this DJ also.
I think I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah, and we'll expand on that whenever he gets here.
Okay.
Interesting enough.
Yes, yes.
So let's get to marketing.
Break.
Marketing, Mike. Networking with event coordinators and agents. That's how you do some of your marketing?
I would say 87 to 80% of my corporate stuff
Yeah.
are through agents
Yeah.
over the years, but I've developed a long-withstanding relationship with them for 15, 20 years.
Okay.
And there's a stability that they trust, and they know that me or my team will deliver. And the
Okay.
edge has always been because of our interactive skills,
Okay. That's
especially
what
when it
helps.
comes to corporate stuff.
That's what helps you sell it. Do you so you still see a lot of gigs from agents? Has it come down a little bit, or is it about the same?
It's about the same.
Okay, so I guess because I got I don't know, I have 2 agents that I get events from, but I only get like their bilingual events, so I get one a year, one every year from each agent. So I don't see too much from it. I guess they're more like in the corporate bookings. That's where they.
Or high-end weddings.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I get. They're high-end bilingual weddings when they need a bilingual DJ. I'm pretty sure they have another company they work with for, their other weddings, and that's probably you. That's why you're nodding your head. Like, ask me. No.
The agents like it
Yeah.
when you stay transparent with them. Anytime you bring a new toy on board,
Okay.
or a new game or a new concept,
They want to know about it
I'll let them know about it right away.
because they can offer it as add-on
Or an upsell.
upsell. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. And then you said 80%.
Yeah, pretty much like during the summer, 70-80% of my corporate gigs come from agents.
Okay.
Because when they pitch for a higher price.
To keep you happy.
Yeah, and plus they also do the packaging thing.
Okay.
The uplights, the
Nice.
clouds,
Yeah.
everything else. It's easier for them to sell it as a packet.
Okay. And you just you have any contact with the client, or the agent does that?
Yeah, they let
Okay.
me. They are absolutely. We assure the agents that we touch base with the client at least a week prior to the event.
That's something that I think we should get into, because the agent trusts you with their company. When you go there,
represent their brand.
When you go there, you don't represent any of your 7 companies.
No. Oh,
You
no.
represent your only company.
Absolutely.
Okay. And what happens if you pass out your own cards,
Well, that's never happened,
right?
and that's been.
Why? I mean, I know why. I mean,
Ethically, it's just the best respectful thing you can do
okay.
in order to honor that relationship with
Yeah.
them.
So,
And I've been tested.
yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah,
Like they'll send somebody.
exactly.
Do they give you a stack of cards, or you
Yeah.
have some cards for them?
And
you
sometimes
pass-
with your name, your own name
Yeah.
on their agent.
so they know where they saw it and who to get.
Yes, and sometimes I have a rubber stamp.
Okay.
Your DJ for this event is DJ Mikey Mike. I just
Yeah.
stamp the back of their card.
Okay. Just your name. No phone number. No
Nope.
information. Website.
Nope.
Email address.
Nope.
Nothing like that.
And you'd be surprised how they try to go around the agent.
Oh, I know that.
Yes.
Yeah. Once they'll find your name, and they'll call you, and then once you start asking some questions like, oh wait, did you find me online, or did so and so send you? Because they already told me about this. So, because I think it's very easy for like new DJs or DJs that are getting started, and to say, okay, I'll just pass out my card here, because
Yeah. They'll chase that dangled carrot.
yeah, they'll switch one event for possibility of 5 years, 10 years down the road, and losing out on more events.
Yeah. not worth the gamble.
Not worth the
Because
gamble.
I tell you what, I've worked with enough agents that have been around a long time.
Yeah.
And those agents, they're all friends. Most of them are friends. They talk to one another. I've been at a gig
Wow.
hanging out at the pool because we've got 2-3 days of events.
Yeah.
And the agent is there on site, checking, making sure everything's going all right. And I've been there at poolside. We've got some time to kill. So we're just spending some networking time by the pool, sipping on margaritas or whatever.
Yeah.
And I've literally have sat there while the agent is on the phone with another agent saying, "Nah, hey man,
Oh,
I wouldn't
wow.
book that guy. He was a no-show or blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah blah," and just
Or he's on his
killed it like
phone,
that.
standing, he's
Whatever.
playing on
Yeah.
the phone.
And that's happened more than once where I was with an agent that had negative things to say about a musician
Right.
or another person that they just experienced.
Right. Because it all goes back to the main agent that booked you. Everything that happens there is going to, good or bad,
Yeah.
is going to go to that, back to them from the client. If it's bad, then it's not a fun conversation between the agent and the client.
So there's good and bad. There's the good part about that is about 2012. I got a 7-year contract working at the Woodlands Resort
Yeah.
at the Oasis pool, only 1 or 2 days a week. And the reason why I got that, because an agent was looking for a DJ that was good with kids, that did karaoke, and that could do games.
Mm-hmm.
So this agent said, "Hey, call DJ Mikey Mike. He does all three." And so that, the first 2 months,
Before you get to that, did you book it directly or you book it? Oh, the agent booked you.
the agent booked me.
Okay. So all right.
The agent that requested me
Yeah.
to another agent.
So you
booked
didn't
me.
go. So you still respected the contact or the communication between
Absolutely.
the agent.
You bet. Kept it in that lane.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it turned into I got 5 days a week for the next 6 years being their DJ pool at the Oasis.
Why do you think agents do that? Is it because they don't care about the DJ, or why do they? What is the reason?
They got a brand to protect.
But why wouldn't they just allow you to take one event every here and there?
Because they live on their commission.
Because they're marketing too.
I mean, their commission and
Yeah.
it's anywhere from $200 to $300.
So if you book it for that minus that, then you pretty much shot them in the foot for that event. And like you said, word's gonna get back to them somehow.
Oh yes, yeah. Because a lot of them belong to the same organization. I think it's called Step.
Oh.
Step Professionals.
Yeah.
And these are booking agents from all over Texas that get together a couple times a year, maybe 4 or 5 times a year. They have parties, but they have networking events where they showcase all their musicians, all their talents, everything like that. And so that's how they mix and mingle and network and share talent with one another.
Do you think their biggest money comes from musicians or DJ work?
Musicians.
Yeah, they get
Mhm.
$20,000, $30,000.
10,000 starting.
Yeah. So, for a DJ, if it's 1,500, they're only gonna make. Is it a flat fee?
No.
Okay.
It-
agents have different
Yeah.
percentages. Okay. So that's something that you would work out. You negotiate that, or is that
Yeah, a
by?
lot of it depends on your experience. Your promo. I mean, that's a whole nother conversation, another show we could get into.
Just on promo.
Preparing yourself
Really?
for agent work. Not just in Houston, but in Austin. I mean, I have Dallas agents, Austin agents, I got San Antonio agents. It's taken me 15 years, but there's a lot of do's and don'ts.
Okay. Now, as far as your overall work, how much of that is agents? Is still 80 about, or is
I
that
would
less?
say in the last 2 years, about 70%.
Okay, so it's a good amount. So
It is.
wow,
They do all the work. I just show up.
nice, and get paid.
Yeah. And they give me top dollar.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I can imagine. Yeah, I mean, if they're booking something, it's got to be worth their time. It's not that they don't want to make $100, $50 for
And
something.
if they've been around enough, like if I'm interested in working for an agent, I check them out.
Yeah,
I read their reviews.
Really?
I see their website, their roster of talent that they have. Do they have B talent, C talent? Do they have A talent? So you've got to take that into consideration.
What does that mean?
That means if they're doing a lot of high-end, if they're representing a lot of high-end,
Okay, like the
bands,
bands and the
musicians and
DJs
so
and
forth.
yeah.
that's a pretty good
Then
thing.
that's where you want. You're gonna try to get there.
Yeah.
Well, you'll know, and you know around how much to expect. Also, as far as pay.
Yeah, they'll tell you
Okay.
when you're negotiating
Yeah.
or when they're interested in having you come in for their interview or assessment, you know.
Okay. So as far as being subcontracted by another DJ company, you wouldn't do that.
I would if I know them really well.
Yeah, I was gonna say if somebody you know, and
Yeah.
otherwise, don't waste your time. To say it, those are my words, not yours. But oh man, that's interesting. Because I think we see a lot of that in the DJ versus DJ community. Not agents, but like DJs would send out another DJ,
Yes.
start passing out their cards, or start talking bad about the DJ that sent them. Saying, "Hey, I'm just helping them out. I usually charge more, and I'm just helping this guy out. I have my own company in case you want to book me out." It's happened to me with several DJs. And how do I know? Because, like you said, you have the relationship with the agent. I have a relationship with the coordinators or the venue owners. First thing they're going to do is tell me, "Hey, this guy is coming over here and saying this, and that about so and so." So it's like people don't realize the like if like some venues I've been there for 5-10 years, 6 years. So there's a reason I've been there for 6 years. Part of it is the relationship, part of it is the work, part of it is the trust, and if somebody goes and I send somebody, they're gonna tell me, "Hey, this DJ, watch out. He's saying this, and that."
It all goes back to being ethical, like Mike was saying
Yeah.
earlier. If you are going to go represent a different brand that's not yours, if you're going to go, like if I'm going to go cover an event for you or G-Man or Mike or anyone, that day you're representing that brand. You're not representing yourself. So you always want to make sure that you differentiate that and be respectful of that. But let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you do an event for XYZ company. Okay, you're representing XYZ company today, and a customer or that same customer probably, since you've already established a rapport with them as far as like helping them pick the music and all that, you've been their point of contact. Because let's just say XYZ company hires you, right? But essentially you're doing the back end work with getting the music, the playlist and whatnot. So you build that relationship with that customer. Let's say 6 months down the line or a year later, you get a phone call. And it's the customer calling and say, "Hey, you were a DJ at an event about a year ago or whatever." At what point do you stop and say, "Okay, well, this is not my customer"? Do you go back to that original company and say, "Hey, this customer called me," or do you just go ahead and take the booking? Because time has passed. They're calling you. You're not contacting them. And they found you. They might have found you online, say on social media,
Okay.
and they're like, "Hey, you were that DJ that DJ'd, whatever."
XYZ.
Because they don't remember XYZ company. They just remember that person, right? So
But,
at that point, what would y'all do in that situation?
So, but my question to you will be, how will they know your name, or how will they know to find you on social media, even though you didn't pass out your card or your information?
That's a good point, because XYZ company will say, "Hey, DJ Charlie will be your point of contact. He's going to be your DJ."
So basically, they're giving out your information so you can link with the customer.
Yeah, and I say
Gotcha.
that because when I've represented companies before, the XYZ company, all they do is just basically they book it, right? They just collect the fee, and then they assign a DJ, and they're like, "Okay, your point of contact is going to be Carlos.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be dealing with Carlos. Carlos is going to be helping you with the music selection and all that, and you Carlos, take it from there."
Gotcha.
And they back out because they're just the ones that are
Booking.
essentially collecting the fee.
So to you personally, do you think booking it yourself after 6 months, a year, it's ethic?
Well, I am not booking anything.
No,
I'm
no,
just
I'm-
saying,
I'm
like,
just
if
asking.
if the customer reached out to you because they found you, well, they would have your phone number regardless because they've
Exactly.
already, at that point, you've already built a relationship with them, right?
Exactly.
Let's say a year later, they call you just directly, and instead of they bypass the company,
Exactly.
and they call you, hey, you did that, you DJ'd that party a year ago or whatever. Are you available on this date? What is the right thing to do at that point? Do you say, hey, do you contact that XYZ company, or time has passed where you could go ahead and talk to that person one-on-one? What would y'all do?
Me
I
personally,
think I would want Mike to answer that one.
Contact that X, Y, and Z
Yeah,
company.
I would
Okay.
say so.
Just to keep it ethical and assured. Sometimes when that happens, I said, can you give me a few minutes? Let me look at my records, and let me get back with you just to make sure everyone's on the same page.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, and I'll look it up and see if it's under our company or I have all the agents. I've got folders for each one.
Got it,
I just
okay.
look it up and say,
Okay.
I'm sorry, sir, but the person that booked you last year was Lisa so-and-so from Showbiz. You need to contact her to make arrangements.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think so too. Because it's gonna get back to them somehow, and if you want to continue that relationship with that person,
Oh yeah. I agree.
You
Even-
have to bring it back. So
Okay, so what if you don't work with them anymore?
it doesn't matter.
Jesus.
I mean
Sorry,
that's
Coach.
kind of tough because honestly, you would have never met that customer if that other person didn't send you out to that.
It's all ethics.
Yeah.
It's all ethics.
At least give them a courtesy call.
Yeah, and say, hey, remember that event you sent me to a
Yeah.
long time ago? A customer's calling me back, wanted me to do this event. You want to reach out to them, or should I go ahead and do this event?
Good, well put.
Yeah.
So, Mike, the events that you do for these companies, agents, do you use that material, take pictures for your own marketing?
Not if I'm doing their event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if I'm taking my own pictures, I use it, I put it on the promo cards and I send it to them.
Okay. So you send it to the agent so they
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
promote it.
Absolutely.
And
If you keep them updated, hey, we got this new Dancing in the Clouds.
yeah.
Just in time for the holidays.
Yeah.
Here's our postcard. Here's my PDF rate list.
Yeah.
So add it to your
Yeah. So that
materials.
would be the right thing to do.
Absolutely.
But I don't see any harm in that in that aspect. Let's just say, okay, you go for XYZ company and you work at a venue, right?
So
And that day you're representing the company. You're not doing anything. You're just representing the company. But let's say a few months later, independently, this is not related to that one gig that you did at that venue. But let's say a customer reaches out to you via the Knot Wedding Wire, say, hey, we're getting married on so and so date, and we're getting married at this venue. Oh, I've been to that venue before. I don't see anything wrong with sending them either promotional video or like a promotional video, whether it's from XYZ company or not, but at least so the potential customer could see, okay, this DJ has been to that venue. This is kind of how it would look like. You're not stepping on anyone's toes, or the customer's reaching out to you, in this
Well,
case, DJ
that's
Charlie Entertainment.
Interesting. What do you think about that, Mike? I'm halfway there. I'm halfway not there.
But to sell to the customer that you've been at that venue and to know
But you're
what they
still
could
using
expect.
somebody else's property. I think somebody else. I don't know.
It's tricky because
Yeah.
some agents have an account
With that venue.
with that venue,
Yeah.
that country club, that place.
Yes.
And so
That would be the first thing you want to find out if the company or agent has
Yeah.
that, and you know,
their turf.
yeah. Because if you get that gig at that venue and you talk to a client, that client probably has a connection to somebody that has a connection to that agent company, and it's the word's gonna get.
But if they reach out to you via Google or the Knot or Wedding Wire, and they ask for your services.
So
and
the
you're
question
saying that
you
would
have to ask yourself is, do I want to sacrifice or hurt the relationship? I mean, if you're gonna lose $300 for that event to give it to the agent to keep him happy, wouldn't you want to do that? Because you already have that connection with that agent,
Okay.
and he has that venue. That's only if he has that venue. then
But how do you know if if XYZ company is a preferred preferred DJ company? How do you know
Then
that?
you call the venue.
yeah.
You call the You call the agent and say, "Look, I've got this client that wants to book this event at this venue that you work with. Would you have a problem with this?" And they'll tell you.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know what you're saying. So you have your marketing on Google. You have your, because the other thing that you don't know is the clients always lie. They always like, oh, by the way, Charlie, I found you on Google. You take that for their word, and you book them, and then you talk to the agent, DJ company, and say, hey, so I had this client lined up for so date at Sarah venue, and I sent them your number so they can call you and talk to them. The client will lie to you. They will lie to you all the time.
Yeah.
And so now you're in deep crap with that person because, I mean, if you have a working, that's only if you have, like I said, it's only if you want to keep working with that company or client. I mean, it's really a hard situation, but if you already know that the agent or venue works with that or they work together, then that's easy. But a lot of the times, I mean, that could be the case that the agent told the client to call you just to see if you're available or something, and they'll lie and they'll try to go, like you said, they try to go around the
But
agent.
when you say agent, are you talking about like say XY, like an XYZ?
Yeah,
DJ
XYZ
or-
company, yeah.
Okay. Because I haven't come across that in all my time that I've been DJing. Like, let's say if I get booked directly for a client that they say they found me on Facebook or Instagram, or they reach out to me and they say, hey, we're getting married at so and so place. Well, I'm like,
Yeah.
I have experience. I've been there before, whether it's for me or if I represent someone else. And I'm like, if I have videos of prior weddings, like I'll send them an example of like, this is how the ceremony would look like, and customers eat that up because they see that. And they like that you've already been to that.
You already
venue,
worked
you already know what you're doing. But I don't see that. I guess I've never thought about it the way you're describing it. But what I'm saying is I haven't gotten a first instinct to call any DJ company because really you could call all the DJ companies in the Houston area and say, hey, all of us, we've been to that venue. Would you mind if I go there?
No.
But
No, that's a completely different
I
thing.
expect that call.
Very innovative nowadays. So
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
but
I've never got a call from you.
You don't think about stuff like that.
You don't,
when
and
they
you
book
don't
you
see
directly.
it.
Like if a customer's calling you and whatnot, and they're like, "Hey, we're getting married at this place and
Yeah.
this and that."
Well, the other thing is like nowadays you see a lot of DJs. They book and they put out pictures even though it's not their event. So and so representing so and so. That's become more normal nowadays. So, I mean, it's going to be the relationship between you and that.
Yeah, no,
that person.
I see what you're
That
saying.
person,
Yeah, for
yeah.
marketing purposes and whatnot, anything that I use like for marketing purposes
Yeah.
is an actual wedding that I have done under my brand.
Under
I
your
won't
brand.
use anything that's under like a different brand. But what I will do is like, let's say if a customer's like, hey, we're getting married at this place, we kind of want to get a venue. And I'm
You're
like,
like,
oh,
oh,
I've been there before. Let me kind of show you how it looks. I don't think there's any ill towards that, but because you can't
My
expect to
question will-
remember. You can't
yeah.
expect to remember. Oh, this wedding I did for XYZ, or this wedding it was for
such and such.
Yeah, there at that point you don't.
But my
Um,
question will be, how many customers that called you will actually ask you for a video or proof that you have been there?
They look for video. Like if you have examples of a work that you could show them, they like that. They like that because if they're visual people,
Mi traición.
savage the date. Yeah,
That one came out better.
That was hour number 4, but
Would this count as hour number 4?
I guess so.
so. But yeah, no. I mean, at that point, honestly,
But me personally, when someone try to
chupó la bruja.
I
when
can't
someone
hear
tries
the
to-
audios, but.
yeah.
No, but I mean, like, I think when you sell them on, like, hey, I've been there before, I can send you videos of my work or pictures. I think customers like that because they kind of feel more at ease that, like, they've been there or, like,
So
okay,
let me
you've
ask
been there.
let me ask Pete that same question. So
What's up?
Pete, you sent me to a prom, Clear Lake, whatever. I don't know. I'm just naming a school. Clear Lake calls me and says, "Hey, we want to book you. We found you on Google. Oh, by the way, I've been to that school."
Let me send you a video.
What do you think?
I would probably punch you in the nuts first.
Just that?
because it's
Because-
your event.
It's my place. Yeah, it's
Well,
my event.
not only it was your event
yeah, it
that
was
I
my
did.
event that I sent him to. Yeah,
Okay, that I could see. If they're but if they're calling him directly after he's been there, well,
It's
I get
the
what-
same
it's the
thing.
same thing.
Okay, but
Well, the thing is that you have to understand, like if I want to continue with Pete,
Yeah.
working with Pete, that's what I'm saying. I would have to say, you know what, I've been there through this company, call them up. And if they want to send me, they'll send me. If he has somebody else better equipped that day, then they'll send him.
no, I'm following you. But do you think other companies really, or other DJ companies, are really going to sit back and say, "Oh, let me call Charlie to find out if it's okay with him if I could go to that venue"?
Well,
I'm
if
just
they're
saying.
ethical, they would.
No, I
That's
know.
part
but
of being
I know,
ethical.
but what I'm saying is, like, I guess I could see about like the ethical part about like passing business cards at an event that's not your
Right.
event. That I could.
Yeah,
that
and
I'm
we're
with
getting
you
to
100%.
we're really getting to like the thin end of, the big question mark. Like you're saying, they found you online.
Yeah,
I
how
would-
do you expect to remember? Oh, I DJ for that. What company? I mean, if you work for several, or like, how do you remember, or how are you to keep up with? Like, oh yeah, I did that. This for that company. That
I remember.
you remember things like
I
that.
remember.
Well, that's good.
I mean, damn.
I honest to God don't. I swear, and I'm not lying. I barely remember what I did yesterday. Not much alone. Like, let's say 6 months. Like, oh yes, let me look back through my notes. Why would I literally have to probably go back and look and see if I've been to that venue and if I represented myself,
Yeah.
or if I represented somebody else. But I think that,
It's okay.
yeah.
It's okay.
That's something
you-
that
I mean,
I don't see any harm in that, but I do. I get
I'm,
it. But,
I'm giving you examples.
Yeah.
It might not fit the criteria that you're trying to, it's not the same situation, it's a different situation. So if you're okay with it and you don't think you're gonna get, the DJ that sent you is gonna get pissed off that you use their event.
I don't think they should. I don't see any reason why they would, because I'm not stealing anything from them.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if they're contacting me for something, I don't see it that I'm stealing or I'm taking away from somebody that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
Why
like
did they? I'm sure they call.
thin line between.
But I'm sure that I'm not they're the only one that if they're shopping around, they're quoting from different DJ companies, right? So they at that point they're just calling different companies,
Yeah.
and if I happen to be one of them.
And you've been
I-
to that venue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't see any harm, or I don't feel like I'm taking a. And if I'm wrong, please, guys, let me know if I'm wrong. But
No, I
honestly
think
don't see that.
that's I don't know. That's a judgment call on each person. I think it's a judgment call.
Charlie, I think you were talking about the material that you have,
You're talking about what I'm sorry.
the material, the videos and the pictures that you
videos,
have.
yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
and I do that, and like for example, if they're a visual type of customer that they like to see, like, oh, okay, you've been to that venue, I feel comfortable because you've already been there and you already know how it is. I don't see any harm in doing that either, but on the flip side, I kind of see what y'all are saying, but I honestly don't see any harm in that, because the customer, I think it puts the customer more at ease when they know that they're booking somebody that's already been there, and they're not booking somebody that's never been out there and they go and they don't know what to expect. But I do see what y'all are saying, and but again, I don't do it with any harm or anything like that. I just
Yeah.
I get excited about, oh, you're going to get married at that venue, cool, I've been there before. But I do it with that.
I mean,
don't
I can understand if it's one bride to a different bride to a different bride, but if the venue themselves,
Uh-huh.
like, let's just say I sent you out to a venue,
Okay.
right? And then you're there. 2 weeks from then, the venue calls you and says, "Hey, you were here, on this day.
Uh-huh.
We'd like to have you back. We have another event that we'd like for you to do." And you say, "Great, I'll take it." Well, that's kind of wrong,
Yeah, that yeah.
because
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was the one that sent you.
Yeah, when the venue is contacting you, yes,
Yes.
you have to say, no, you know what?
That was through XYZ
Call
company.
Pete,
Yeah.
call
Yeah.
Pete, and tell Pete that you are requesting my services.
Exactly.
So Pete is gonna send you back there
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
because you've been
that makes
requested
sense.
for that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I would do.
All right.
All right, what questions do people have
Pete,
online?
questions. We had a lot of
Questions,
questions. We had
Any,
comments.
if the people that are in the comment sections, what do y'all think about this? Because we all have our different opinions.
So
I
you,
swear.
you recognize that person? That
Yeah, that's George. That's the one.
Oh,
that,
okay.
That's the one that we're gonna
What did
have
he
on
say?
here.
He's watching on YouTube. That's why you can't see it.
Oh, that's why I can't see it. Okay.
You want? Oh, shit. Did he say something? particular? I think the biggest issue is
Oh.
people.
Guys, I'll be right back.
Is it dinner time?
Lunch is being served. No, but Argelio brings up a good point. And I think Argelio brings up a good point. He wrote, I think if it's only to show the client or the customer that you have been to the venue, it should be okay because you did do the event. I believe the issue would be if you're using those pics or videos for public marketing or material, then I could see where that's wrong. And but if you're just using it to show that customer that you've been there, I honestly don't see any
issue.
Any issues in that. And Argelio agrees with that
All right, so
statement. But
I think we beat that subject to death already.
Yeah,
let's
that's
move
another
on.
dead horse.
Any other questions?
I think it's only okay. What if the place is this? Okay.
what if it's a place like the Springs where everyone has been? Yeah. So I mean, are we going to call each other and say it's okay?
Yeah, we kind of covered everything there.
Yeah, we already covered that.
Are you saying you milked that cow?
Oh yeah, that's a dried up cow.
He's a dried up cow and a dead
Yeah.
horse.
Not that crunchy horse.
It's a crunchy horse. It's so dry, got crunchy.
Oh, you haven't played that one today, have you?
No,
No,
I don't know if you noticed. We changed out the computer because it was messing up.
Oh, okay. So the sound effects you don't have them anymore?
I have the
Yeah.
sound
Was it
effects.
in?
Yeah,
But that was a song. That was a song. Remember
okay,
from
so-
YouTube.
Yeah. Okay.
I can pull it up if you want.
So there was no intros this week. No.
We did an intro, but
We
the
did?
sound didn't work.
Oh, I saw it on my way here.
What the
I
hell?
was like, what's going on with the audio?
I don't know. We tried it out. It worked, and now it doesn't work. I don't know.
Lunch is coming back.
Se te escapó la bruja.
He has a strut. I saw him strutting.
Robin,
fly.
What the hell is that?
I don't know.
I'll be right there, Chucky.
So nobody has questions online?
All right, let's see.
I
Let me
guess
go back
not.
to our.
Does Mikey Mike do trivia?
Mm. I
Yeah.
do.
Yes, he does.
Music trivia.
Aaron is asking that. Aaron Villegas is asking if you do trivia.
Yeah, sure do. More like name that tune.
All right. Name that tune. Yeah, we kind of went that over that earlier. Heading around.
Special shout out to Eric. I went to his wedding. He invited me. I met him there. Good guy.
So this DJ beach party video you sent me, what is that about?
It's a promo. It's
Okay.
a promo of most of the games, pool games that we do in 3 minutes.
Should we play it or?
Sure.
All right, let's pull it up. This one. And I'm gonna close these. There it
Aaron is asking if you do karaoke. He says, still doing the karaoke events this way? I could swing by. He wants to swing by sometime to see you do karaoke's.
Where is it?
Who's
Can't find
asking
it.
that?
Aaron Villegas.
Aaron Villegas.
That's it.
I'm not doing karaoke anytime soon. Not till the end of October.
No karaoke.
I could sing one if you want.
We have the stage.
Noah,
El Noah Noah.
the acapella version.
Does it have to be up or what? I
That's
don't
what
want-
she said.
She's always saying stuff. It's not working. That's what she said. What happened to my?
No hello.
There we go. No, hello.
Hello, mother.
All right. I think I need to make this a bit smaller.
A ver.
It's not a Windows. It's not my Windows PC.
Thank God.
All right, we should be full. What the?
Yeah, that's what she said.
Damn it.
And okay, there it goes.
Esa. ¿Pa' cuándo?
Let's go. Whatever you see is good. Is the audio coming? Súbele. What happened there? Wi-Fi. Okay, good.
Water balloon toss.
Nice. You get further back each time?
Walla Walla. Remember those feet? That's Noodle Ring.
Wow.
Beach Ball Run. Tug of War.
See, I think I would have a blast doing those type of events versus private because I'm a kid person. My son is little, my daughter's in, so it's perfect.
Hooligan.
Hooligan.
Bubbles. Parachute ball. Foam head. Bucket relay race. Ring toss. Karaoke. All these next to poolside. Line dances. My dance assistants.
Oh, nice. So there's the one helping you out.
Twist contest. The chicken dance.
Still play that at Winnie.
Macarena.
You got that.
There we go. Nice.
Very nice, very nice.
So who did you? So who do you send this to? Let me go back to the full screen.
Send it to people like the, apartment complex people,
Oh,
corporate,
So I'm guessing you take all that stuff out there.
resorts. Yeah.
That is actually pretty cool. I like that little cart that you
Yeah,
had
it's
there.
the
Everything
game
fits
cart.
on there.
Everything just
Nice.
hangs on there, fits on
Yeah.
there. And then you can make 2 or 3 games out of each game.
Yeah. So it's easy load in, easy load out.
Yeah, like the limbo contest.
Yeah.
I do 3 different various types. I do freestyle limbo, I do traditional limbo, I do Polynesian limbo.
And then you play whack-a-mole with the stick. No, just kidding.
Actually, I use a squirt gun.
Do you?
They like that.
Squirtable.
In other words, you're out.
Yeah, get out of there.
So you typically go by yourself, or do you have like help, or
It
do you have
depends on,
helpers?
it depends on the size. If I have more than about 200 people, then I bring a team. Okay. Help out.
I think Mr. G-Man has to go. Or how are we doing? So we'll let Mr. G-Man walk out. I don't know if you want to sit over there or we can continue.
Go on
He
now.
has another.
Go on now, get.
Thank you, Mr. G-Man, for being here.
Yes, sir. See you guys.
Lo chupó el chente.
He's gonna go meet up with Chente real quick.
Why you walking sideways?
Sitting sideways, walking sideways. Ay.
Dude.
Pregunto.
Hold on. Oh, wrong one. Oh, there it is.
Pregúntame, cabrón, pregúntame.
Oh, I gotta go get something from the. I gotta go get a rental. So you guys talk amongst yourselves. Talk bad about me while I'm gone.
Okay, so I got a question for you. You peoples.
What you mean, you people?
What? Okay, my question is, and also for you guys chiming in, what was the very first 45 record you bought?
Oh.
And what year was it when you got it?
Say it again, say it again.
The very first 45 vinyl record.
45.
Yeah. I was really little. I don't remember. But I do remember how much they cost. They used to cost $1 and a penny each.
Wow, that must have been like the 70s.
Oh yeah, it was. It was. I was really little. I mean, I used to just play music on my parents' home sound system thing. Well, I wasn't a DJ back then, obviously, but I was a little kid.
First 45 record that you got. What was it? Do you remember?
I never bought a 45, but my uncle, he was a huge fan of Rolling Stones and Bee Gees and all that stuff. He used to buy a lot of those, the LP and the 45. Yeah.
So what you get?
It was 1969, and my mom was a bus driver up in Ohio, and she would drive by this record shop, and she bought me my first 45, which was a single by Joe Tex called I Gotcha.
Yeah, ain't gonna bump.
Yeah.
Yeah. How funny. That was your first one, huh?
The very first one.
That's
Mike.
funny. That's a good one, though. That's a funny one.
That's what I learned my groove.
Yeah.
So I just asked a question. What was
Okay.
the first 45 record that you bought?
I think I'll go to a pawn shop tomorrow, see if I can find one.
You never bought one, huh?
I've never bought a 45. The small ones, right?
Yeah, the small ones.
Never bought one. I have the
You were-
LPs, but I don't have the.
You were a deprived child.
I think I was around the era of. I think my dad had a 8-track. In yeah, he had an 8-track in his. I think it was a Ford 78 Ford. It's in Mexico.
Question to Mike. Mike, do you remember your first LP?
Oh, the first LP?
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed to say it, but I'm going to say
YMCA.
it was it was by the Osmonds.
Oh shoot.
One Bad Apple.
Never heard of that.
It was the One Bad Apple album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope.
Never heard of that.
And my second album was Marie Osmond. I had a crush on her. And it was
Marie
Paper Roses.
Nope. Never heard that one either.
Are these people you knew personally?
No.
Since you were in the
No, we never
in
crossed
our entertainment
paths.
scene, no.
Yeah.
No, I don't think. I bought my first, actually bought my first LP in about 90. No, yeah, about 99. I think it was.
Mambo number 5.
No, it was whenever Blue was hitting, the Blue song, the
iPhone.
Oh,
The
by
iPhone,
Eiffel?
iPhone. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it was 98, 99.
yeah. So that's when I got my first.
You know, they got remixed.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get
Yeah.
a new
Oh, yeah.
version of that?
Mm-hmm.
Everything's getting remixed nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pitbull's new one, La Freak. He
What?
actually teamed up with Nile Rodgers.
Yeah.
It's killer remix. It's
There's
got
a
La
lot of
Freak.
them. I mean, he just made Jump Around again, too. I don't
Yeah.
like it, but
Pitbull.
whatever. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Franklin probably knows about these remixes.
Well, my first LP was Milli Vanilli. Girl, you know it's true.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's your
Well,
first
I mean
one.
that I bought with my
You would do.
own money.
Yeah.
You still have it?
No.
No, well, I don't
I
talk
don't.
to you then.
Well, that was in the 88, 89,
80s.
so, but I became
Yeah.
DJ in 99, 2000, so it was a 11 years
A much
difference,
sought
yeah.
after DJ at that, too.
That's what he thinks. Planet Rock was Planet Rico. Don't remember my first 45, but my first vinyl.
Who said Planet Rock?
Planet Rock, Planet Rico. That's the guy on YouTube.
Nice.
Not sure if I missed it, but how do you guys feel about the guys that charge $125 in a bar tab then? Oh, man.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, no, that's just ghetto. That's not me. I'm sorry. I'll say it. I'll
$125
say it.
in
I
a
don't
bar
care.
tab.
Yeah.
Are they
No,
still around?
Well, I mean,
Apparently.
they are, because there's bars that are cheap out there, but I mean, you just ruin the market when you start charging that little for events,
Yeah.
because then you just train the bar that a DJ is only worth a bar tab and $125, And the bar tab's usually not that much anyway, so you end up drinking a lot of that, so you go home with like $50.
Dang.
I
It
mean,
ain't worth it.
it's not worth the time. I'm sorry, it's just not. You know,
Yeah.
kind of just like with the 360 booth. We were talking about that earlier.
Lord.
I saw an ad. Somebody was saying book $100 an hour, book 2 hours, get the third hour free. At $100 an hour.
Oh,
Really?
Holy moly.
They're just ruining the 360 booth market too.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that deserves a. No, they're doing it over and over.
Yeah.
Carlos, no estés hablando.
It must be a Hispanic from Pasadena for running that promotion.
Yeah, no, it was
No
horrible.
están hablando de Carlos. I'm sorry, what was that?
Yeah.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
Thank
You want this other mic?
you. No, I'm good.
No, that one can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
No.
No.
No? Okay. Maybe
Very
You have
slow
to-
up a little bit more?
You have to do like G-Man.
You have to bend.
Like this?
You have to bend over, says.
No, I was saying that it's probably a Hispanic in Pasadena running that promotion that Pete was
Probably.
talking about.
Those are people who are desperate.
Oh, yeah. A lot of desperate companies out there,
A little bit, just a little bit.
especially some of those initial companies.
A ver, Carlitos. What does that have to do with?
Oh, yeah, it was just about...
That was
you know,
about, we already
the
covered that?
Yeah, the
No,
scam.
take it
the-
off. Mi traición. Didn't you have
traición.
another traición? Oh, you already...
Did we
Because
talk
you
about
mentioned it
everything?
earlier, yeah. Because you mentioned it last week, saying you were going to come here and talk about my traición, but I guess that was it.
Yeah, about the scam.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was...
I don't know, man. So, how many people in total got scammed?
I'm not sure how many vendors, really. I know that after the first vendor went to the news station,
Yeah.
like more came. Like they spoke up and whatnot. So I'm not sure how many in total were
Yeah.
scammed, but it was quite a few.
That'll be quite a few.
And they've been apparently doing this around like different states. So and they've done festivals. Like the guy, his name is Adam Dobring.
Yeah.
He runs the name of the company is United Music Festival or something like that, or United something.
Yeah.
And he does like festivals. Like he did a festival in like Tucson, Arizona. It was called the National Taco Festival or something, and it would turn out to be a big scam as well.
Damn. See what Franklin wrote?
I know a guy who does 6 hours DJs, 50 chairs on 10 tables for $600. He must have gone up $100 because
Lord.
last time I saw it was 500.
$5.99?
Was it really?
$5.99 special. There we go.
$5.99?
Wow.
Alberto Villatoro, Los Bookies, Si Me Recuerdas in 88. I guess that's his first
That
LP.
was for, but I think Franklin didn't expand on that about knowing the
Supplement.
guy about the 6 hour thing.
Yeah.
And he'll throw a few snow cones in there too for that price.
Yeah, I'm right. See, he went up $100.
Yeah, so that's why it's covered for the expenses of the snow cones. They're not cheap.
Yeah.
Especially if you offer a little different flavors.
Yeah, I bet some of these even manual ones, small platforms with camera, iPad, and GoPros.
You got about the 360s.
Yeah, they're getting cheap, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's interesting. I would think it would lasted longer with a higher price because you're doing video. I mean, even though you're not doing prints, you still got to do the data transfer and all that.
You still need the people to run
The
it.
people to run
yeah.
it.
Yeah, so, I mean, I personally don't care about those people. I charge what I charge, and
Yeah.
people will pay it.
You want to buy a broken 360?
I mean, you know, if you want to undersell yourself and you want to leave money on the table, go right ahead.
Go right ahead.
Go right ahead.
I don't think they see the money on the table,
No.
honestly.
Franklin's running a promotion. He's saying if you buy 100 snow cones, he'll give 200 away for free.
That's what you get afterwards.
I don't even think with that promotion he still gets it.
Hey, Mike, do you have a photo booth? No, you don't. Okay.
Oh my God! Any? But you said you have uplights.
Yes.
Uplights. You do monogram? No monogram. Sparklers, clouds.
Nope.
No. Too much going on.
I have someone on my team, one of my DJs that has a 360.
How big is your team of DJs?
10.
10 DJs.
Mm-hmm.
And they do everything that you do?
Pretty much.
For the
I have
most part?
three karaoke, 4 bubble hosts,
Yeah.
and then 3 all-around DJs.
So you do a lot of karaoke nowadays? Or your team does?
Certain people on my team do.
They're
full
still.
time.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Full time.
Mm-hmm.
So they're booked pretty much every day.
I would say about 4 or 5 days out
Wow.
of the week.
And they do just karaoke or they do other
DJ
fun
and
stuff?
karaoke.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then I train them to do pool games.
That's also, I guess that's a good paying gig.
It is, and I'm just telling everyone out there, if you're doing a resort or a pool party and
Yeah.
you want to upsell and add pool games to it, give us a call. We'll put salt on your groove.
So let's say Carlos gets a call for a pool party.
At
and-
Margaritaville or something.
And he wants to get the gig to get his feet wet, but he doesn't know how to do it. Can he work with you, give you a call and say, Mike, I got this event. How can we work? Or is that something that you probably won't entertain?
He can just upsell and say, we'll add pool games,
Okay.
talk to the client.
So he'll DJ and then,
Yeah, we'll do the games. In and out of the pool.
yeah. And then at the end of the night, they're going to throw you in the pool.
And if you're running Serato, the equipment goes in the pool.
We'll bring our game card out there.
Yeah.
Oh
my God.
Serato.
No Serato.
Yeah, don't mention
That's
that.
3v2 now. Oh my God. Do you buy it? Okay. Do you buy 100 snow cones? I give you 200 free. He might buy a
Hey,
truck.
hey, Pete, do you have a photo booth?
Yeah.
You got all
Oh
of
yeah.
it.
Yeah. Got a few.
A few, yeah. A few.
Do you offer that service at the school also?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Most of my proms do 2 photo booths per prom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Mirror booths, 360
And
booths.
the mirror booth, 360 booth,
And the dance floor, right?
and
the
LED dance floors.
That's
Yeah.
cool. The dance floor, I've seen the pictures and they look
Yeah,
pretty nice.
they're heavy.
And it ain't cheap.
It
I
ain't
know.
cheap.
I'm not one of those cheap DJs. Sorry.
and will you do it for free for a quince?
No, I sure as hell won't do that either.
If you get booked for,
Quinceañera, you don't know.
if you get booked for a 10-hour quinceañera, you throw that in.
Yeah, no.
Icing on the cake.
Yeah, I know those DJs. No, that's not me.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Anything else, Mike, that you that we might have missed that you want to throw out there? Get these DJs educated or help them out.
I would say if you want to raise your game, there are groups out there that do training. You don't have to wait for the DJ shows or the
Oh.
DJ conferences. Like my team, we meet every so few months. I train them in bubbles. I train them in pool games. I'm going to be training them in phone parties, so to speak. So we can all cover each other's back
Yeah.
if we get, overbooked. So don't limit yourself. There's a lot of midweek money to be made, especially in these schools, elementary and middle schools and seniors and all that stuff. So you can easily do these midweek stuff so that when the weekend comes, hey, go hang out with your family, travel, take them to the beach, whatever.
Nice.
So this midweek stuff was a game changer when I got on board about 15 years ago.
15 years. Good Lord. Wow. So you haven't done a lot of weddings.
No, I slowly got, unless it's a special friend,
Yeah.
I'll do them. But now I
It's not
just
your
send them
cup of tea.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not your cup of tea.
Yeah.
You prefer to do 5 weekday events
Yep.
versus one
Yeah.
Saturday.
I meet a lot more people.
Ah.
Daycare directors, principals, and then they've got family members that are getting married or they are celebrating an anniversary. But one thing I found out that a lot whenever you do schools, word gets back to the district, and then the district starts sending or referring you to their networking, so
Yeah.
to speak.
Like it's,
So once a school feels really safe with you,
yeah.
man, the work is plenty.
That's probably the biggest thing they gotta overcome safety with the certain DJs that come in.
Yeah, and you know what? You don't have to mess with the bridezillas. I mean, hey, daycare directors, they're pretty fun and relaxed,
Really,
at ease, you know.
I don't think I've ever. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had a
And they're excited to
Bridezilla.
see you.
knock on wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, no drama, no nothing.
So if somebody wanted to have an interactive DJ at their wedding, you probably still wouldn't do it.
that would be more of the MC skills.
Yeah.
That would be required, to work that crowd. But
Okay.
usually when
because
it comes to a
sometimes-
wedding, the bride and groom, they're the rock stars.
Oh yeah,
So
but no. Sometimes they want to do games. Like nowadays, they do a lot of the shoe game.
shoe
They'll
game.
have some, maybe some during dinner, certain
dinner.
type of.
We do a newlywed game.
Okay.
So we set them in the middle of the floor, and then we'll ask like the questions like the newlywed game does
Yeah.
to see how much they know each other.
Yeah.
And sometimes we'll prompt the guests. We'll hand out little sticky notes
Yeah.
to write down a question
Mm.
for the couple. And so it's always fun. It's
And
always
that'll
interesting.
Take about 15
during
to 30 minutes.
Yeah, about cocktail,
Yeah.
early cocktail hour when soon as they sit down and
But that's very rare, I guess.
yeah,
I don't.
once in a great while.
Yeah, every once in a while somebody will tell me, "Hey, we want to do this and that and that." I'm like, "Oh, I don't know about that." Yeah. What else? Anybody other questions, guys? Chat, comments.
Oh, Franklin talking about a petting zoo.
He
For
doesn't know
Ricardo.
what to do now.
All right,
I
question
know.
for Mike from are you letting your guys stream karaoke from YouTube, or do they buy the music? Not trying to open a can of worms, but it seems like a lot of karaoke guys using YouTube videos.
No, nobody in my group, nobody in my team is allowed to use that. It's all legally licensed.
Exactly. No, and I know what they're talking about.
They-
I've seen
they-
it too.
They pay $150 a month,
Wow.
to use the service, but we just keep it legal, legit.
Well, I mean, there's some bars that have been using YouTube, actually. Bars that I used to work at.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Follow my past.
I'm just saying. Yeah, follow my past and you'll find the DJs that use YouTube, and it's very obvious.
And there's nothing like using legit digital music, and also depending on the karaoke software you use.
Yeah.
Because you can control, that
The
song,
pitch or
the
whatever,
pitch,
yeah.
the tempo, reverb, all that stuff. You can't do that on YouTube.
No. And like I had a person, like somebody requested karaoke at a wedding, and they gave me the name of the song. Couldn't find it. I had to get the YouTube version. Don't come for me. And I played it, and they couldn't sing it. It was a different key,
Yep.
pitch, and I was like, "It's the song you requested." No, that's not the right song. It's the right song. It's not the. Okay. So I learned this happened 2008. So I learned right away. It's like there's a difference in karaoke. I had never done karaoke. I still don't do karaoke. I didn't realize there's a lot going on with
a
that.
lot of people that sing karaoke and are that picky,
They have their own.
well, they'll tell you which version they want.
Well,
They'll
they-
tell you, we want the Sunfly version, or
Yes.
want,
Yes.
yeah, we want this particular version.
Sound choice.
Yeah, or
Sound
sound choice.
They did not.
They did.
Did not. They just,
Well, that's on them.
I want to sing this song. Well, middle of the event, she has a microphone trying to sing. It's like, I'm sorry, I tried to do this for the bride and groom, but he got the wrong song.
I'd be like, shut her mic off.
That's always
No,
a good
ma'am.
thing,
No, the bride came up and actually apologized. I'm so sorry. I was like, we know what's going on. Because, I don't know karaoke. I'm a DJ.
Serious singers bring their own stick.
Yeah, they usually do.
2008 was hard to get karaoke music legit, I guess.
2008. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they were still on CDs, most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I I found one on YouTube. I don't know what I used to rip it off and
Yeah.
to borrow it for the night,
Mhm.
and then it was a bad idea overall.
Yeah.
And for those of you listening, if you do not know what the word karaoke means in Japanese,
Oh shoot!
let me tell you.
Karaoke.
Karaoke means empty orchestra.
Karaoke. What?
That-
Em-
just
empty orchestra.
just gonna put it right here. You know that little eye thing you did. That's pretty racist. Just saying.
We have Tom Entweiss. I enjoyed your discussion tonight, and Pete crunching
Just putting it out
chips.
there.
You saw that?
Yeah, Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Tom.
He enjoyed you crunching the chips. Yeah, we this is a new trend Pete started last week, so I don't think had you tried those? You said
What's that?
those
Oh yeah.
pork rinds?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They're good.
I heard. Gus Hurt. Saludos, Gus. I met this guy this weekend, and he gave me some pointers for the video. So, ¿cómo se ve el video? ¿Se ve mejor? They was telling me about the ISO and the different colors and stuff like
Oh.
that. So, I just need to get better cameras for the better streaming quality. What else do we have, guys? Ya se están durmiendo.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Frank. Thanks, Caesar.
Did he do anything exciting for your birthday today?
Yeah, I came over here and spent it with you.
That's
Well,
right.
prior
I've been
to
here
that.
since what time?
3, 4.
About 3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got here early.
Gracias.
Isn't it
Yeah.
great?
Yeah,
Isn't it great to be self-employed?
I guess.
It's the best.
The best it is. All right, guys, last words. Charlie, últimas palabras.
No, thank you again for inviting us again this week. And
Thank you for being here.
Great to finally meet you, Charlie.
likewise, Mike, for sure. Definitely. We've been friends for a long time on Facebook, and it's just we've never crossed paths in real life, so it's pretty good.
Glad to make that happen.
Mhm.
Chuck, últimas palabras.
Adios.
Mr. Pete.
Ducks.
Heck is that?
Oh, I thought you were talking about just regular words. Duck is a word. Duck.
Last word.
Oh my goodness. All right, Mr. Mikey Mike, last words.
Keep growing your groove.
There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you guys for joining us on this week's episode of Pal Centro y Pa Dentro. We didn't actually take a shot today, but
No,
we'll
we
do
did
that for
not.
next week.
We'll save it for next week.
I want to thank our guests and our fellow hosts for being here tonight. Hopefully you guys out there enjoyed it, learned something that's going to help you make some extra money. And that's going to wrap it up for us today. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Good night, everyone.
Peace.
Thank you. Good night.
Adios.
Y nos vamos con el silent
Silent intro.
intro.
Silent disco.
Silent.